Hello. Good morning, guys. The NASDAQ is under 29,000. For the first time in a long time, it's at 28,700s. It hit 28,550s earlier this morning. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, you can. Okay, good. SpaceX is under its IPO price. It's at 126s. It failed to launch its ship yesterday. So SpaceX did not launch its thing. More geopolitical escalation overnight. Iran warns regional oil exports economic threat is framing Hormuz only 3 ships in the last 24 hours, according to shipping data. And tech is wrecking here. Netflix dumped on earnings. It's down to 67s, 66s right now. So Netflix down 10% roughly on quarter 3 guidance miss. It didn't have bad numbers, but it missed its quarter 3 guidance. SpaceX, again, for the first time ever, is under 135 IPO price after Flight 13 was aborted completely. Oil is still elevated today. If we take a look at CL futures here, let me pull all this stuff up. Look at Netflix right now. Netflix is down. Nikkei dropped 4% overnight, took the brunt of the semi-selling with Kospi closed for Constitution Day. But MU down 840s for MU, under 900 still. We can look at like Nvidia's at 202s. It's down as well. You can look at SanDisk. It's down under $1,400 a share. You can look at SK Hynix. It's down to 150s. You can look at AMD's under 500. Markets are a little nervous today, guys. They're definitely a little nervous. It shows some rotation at the very least outside of tech and AI stocks. ASML had bad numbers this week as well, or bad reactions, I should say. ASML at 1700s. And more. So yeah, a lot of fear going on right now. Again, the Nikkei down 4% overnight. The Kospi apparently was closed for Constitution Day. Don't ask me what that is because I have no idea. Again, more escalation in the Middle East, more drama, less vessels passing through the Strait of Hormuz. Oil still basically at $80 a barrel if we take a look at it. Yeah, it's at $80 a barrel. It's basically where we were yesterday. It was actually a little low today, probably on some of this tech wreck that we're seeing right now. Semi-selling was mostly the brunt of the Nikkei drops. The Hang Seng dropped 2.1% on tech pressure. Kospi was closed. Bitcoin is still sitting roughly at at 63,000. It's roughly right at 63,000 right now. It seems to be acting as a short-term support and resistance level. Here's 63 right here for Bitcoin. It bounced directly off of it. It's also right around where the shorter term 200 exponential is. But yeah, it's down. Gold, again, $4,000 an ounce, basically under 4K right now, I believe. Yeah, it's at 3,997. So gold's still under 4,000 this morning, dipped below 4,000 yesterday. Bank of Japan, according to Bloomberg sources, said they little need for consecutive rate rises, may consider economic risk assessment, likely to raise 26 growth forecasts from 0.5%. They said AI-related demand supporting exports, profits, and incomes. And so they're cautious on aggressive hikes, but not dovish either. We did have Jefferson have a quote overnight. He said current policy stance should support the job market and allow inflation to resume decline to 2%. In a scenario where inflation does not start cooling, it could be appropriate to reconsider the stance. But yeah, markets are nervous right now. An Iranian army spokesperson said, quote, if the U.S. strikes the infrastructure of Iran, all infrastructure in the region will be a legitimate target. Either all countries in the region can export oil or none can. So, yeah, more drama, more spikes, more strikes, more escalation, and deep risk-off sentiment after Netflix earnings, which is really the key driver here, I think, is Netflix in tech. I'm in Netflix. I don't like to see this, but it is a long-term hold. And we do have Brit here today. Believe it or not, Brit is here today, guys. Brit is here today.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And he's kind of breaking up a little bit, it sounds like.
Everybody, what's that holiday you mentioned, John? I want to know what it is.
Constitution Day. It is a great day, Brett. A great day. I have no idea what it is, but it's a great day. It's a holiday, so it's got to be a great day. The entire Northeast, yeah. Bro, I saw. Should I buy news at 7:30 IST? Bro, I don't even know what time 7:30 IST is. I'm assuming you mean Michigan consumer sentiment data, because that drops at 10 a.m. today. That's what I'm assuming you mean by whatever time you've written in the chat. I'm in the United States, so I don't know what Google's your friend. I'm looking it up at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time today, we have the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report. Gives inflation expectations, consumer sentiment, and more. Markets do generally react to this. We also have building permits and some other stuff dropping at 8:30, but that's probably not moving much. Michigan data might, though. So, the Michigan data might. It might not also, though, to be completely honest here. But does anybody want to buy Netflix right here? Does anybody want to buy Netflix? British AI. Enjoy the red to green. Take some caffeine, man.
No, but I might as well do this now at the beginning. I am having some connection issues. I'm going to try restarting my computer real quick, see if that helps. I know it's an opportune time, but...
Yeah, go ahead, dude. Yeah, your permission granted, Brent. Permission granted.
There was no permission asking going on. It was just giving you a heads up.
Yeah, go ahead. You're allowed to. I'll allow that. Okay, go ahead. Do it now. Do it now.
All right.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, John. You're so magnanimous. All right.
I know, dude. I'm a nice guy. All right. All right. Go ahead, dude. Anyways, Netflix at 66.70s. Nobody wants to buy Netflix here. It seems cheap to me. It's at 66. I don't know. I'm in Netflix already. I have to look at what size I'm in Netflix. But yeah, more drama going on over the weekend. Here's gold. Gold's still under 4,000, although gold's not really breaking down. Let's take a look at rate hike odds for next meeting here. First, we'll look at yields. Yields are at 4.124% for 2-year Treasury yields. They are down, really since midday yesterday. So yields are actually down. It kind of makes sense because oil's not any higher than it was. I mean, I think markets are just kind of getting used to these strikes. You can see like the CNBC article on yields talking about how traders are weighing domestic outlook and fresh Middle Eastern strikes. Again, we had lower CPI inflation earlier this week, lower PPI inflation than expected. Yields have fallen since those points, but again, we also have like fears in tech, right? And that can drop yields as well. So we're kind of somewhere in the middle. And that's probably why we're not seeing anything too crazy in regards to yields. If you take a look at the rate hike odds for next meeting here, here's the odds. Let me wait for it to show. All right, you're not showing? Okay. How dare you not show here? All right, so CME watch totals glitching out. That's fine. Hope Netflix goes bankrupt. Buy low, sell high. It's time. Odds are up for rate hikes. I'm trying to look right now. I'm waiting for it to load. It says service unavailable right now for me for some reason. Yeah, is it down? Is the CME watch tool down for anybody else? Mine says this. No servers available to handle this request. Does it show down for anybody else here? Or is it just me? They're not showing it? Is it just me or is it everybody, guys? This was all expected at the end of last week. Today's the day to build a long swing position. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. The rate hike odds have gone down to what, like 10%, 15% for next meeting? They were at like 34, 35 prior to CPI and PPI inflation, so they've dropped all the way down to very low amounts. Okay, so it's not just me that's down. Okay, so it's down for everybody. Odds are so bad it can't compute. Yeah, maybe. I'm just not showing. Yeah, down for me too. Okay, thank you guys, all the ones that helped me out there. And anyways. Yeah, markets are nervous here. What do you guys want to buy today? Again, look at MU. MU down to 850s. 840s, really. SanDisk, under 1400s here. So, like, you can see the size of this pullback in memory, right? Like, memory is literally crashing down, I believe, on a percentage basis. If we look at it. Like, it's a technical crash. So, we're at 2350 at the highs for SanDisk. We're at 1400s right now. So, yeah, SanDisk is down 40%. From 2350 down to 1400. So 40% drop for SanDisk, but roughly 40%. MU relative to highs here was at 1255s. And again, the question is, was Michael Burry right? I mean, I've been asking that every day. It's at 850 now. So yeah, MU is down 30+% from highs. We can look at SK Hynix. Where did SK Hynix top out at? 194. It's at 150s. So it's probably not crashing technically. It's down 23%. So I guess it is technically crashing. But it's an IPO, so those are a little bit more volatile. Spacex, obviously not doing good. I mean, they're down huge percentages from their highs. 225 down to 131. Really lower than that, like 120s today. But yeah, so they are down 41% from their highs as well. So tech is nervous. Nvidia is still like trying to hold over 200s, but Nvidia doesn't really move that much. I mean, relative to some of these other big tech names. So, and again, the Nasdaq, for the first time in a long time, the Nasdaq has finally broken under 29K. The last time Nasdaq really did it, I mean, it did it for a brief period early July, but the last time it really held down there like this, you know, you can kind of see this. The last time it really was under 29K was early June. So that was like a month and a half ago. So the Nasdaq under 29,000. Here's 29K right here. I think that's a relevant level to pay attention to right here. Is 29. We'll see if we hold. We'll see. We just need a good correction. Buy the dip. SpaceX scariest IPO. Fade Burry. Let it drop, John. I'm up 8% on SpaceX. Yeah, let me do a poll here. Are you bullish or bearish? On memory is what I'm gonna say. Are you bullish or bearish on memory? Question for the poll today. Let me know. Yeah, I'm looking at. We had some regional banks release numbers today as well. Again, Netflix is really the dumpster fire in earnings, though. Netflix tanked. So again, the tech wreck continues. Chip sector is down. ASML down. More is down overnight. Nasdaq leading U.S. futures down. TSM. Where's TSM right now? Taiwan Semiconductors is still down net from its earnings. You know, its earnings came out here for TSM. And it's now down to here. So it's dropped from like 425s down to under 400s on some of this slump for TSM. They've been already trending down as well. ASML. And again, Netflix down to 66. I might buy Netflix, though, to be honest. This is kind of a deep sell. Like, this is kind of scary bear pressure, I would say. All right, so buy the dip. You won't. China claims they can produce more memory at a cheaper cost. I think we've bottomed already. Bearish, bullish always. Bearish, bull. Good morning, John, from a very smoky South Bend. Honestly, bro, I like South Bend, but I also don't like South Bend. You know. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that every time I go to Michigan, I go through South Bend. And every time I go to South Bend, something's wrong with the freaking plane. And like we end up missing our, you know, like but I actually love the South Bend Airport. I love the South Bend Airport. So shout out to you, Rick. I heard it was smoky up there. I've got some people up there. And I heard it was smoky up there actually. Yeah, so is it time to buy Netflix? I might buy a little bit right here. Thinking about it. Should I buy Netflix here, guys? Hey, nice, yeah. Okay, done for the day. Got my $200 daily goal. I'll just be lurking. Don't you lurk! Don't you lurk. SanDisk dropped to almost 1,300 last night. Yeah, SanDisk. Hey, what's up, G-Man? I bought Netflix too. Netflix seems cheap right here, bro. I bought it at 75 though. I might be wrong here. I bought it at 75. No, it's not time to buy Netflix, dude. Long term, you don't think Netflix is cheap at $66 a share? You don't think that's cheap long term for Netflix? I mean, I know they just split, didn't they? But still. There's Britt. Here, hold on. Let me mute the mic before I call him. All right, hold on one second, guys. I got to call Britt back. Hello. Is this the gambling hotline?
Hello. It's Pizza Hut.
No, I was calling the gambling hotline, Britt.
Would you like to bet on that?
Yes, I would. I'll bet $100 you're not the gambling hotline.
Hey, you'd be right. Let's
all right, guys.
That addiction. I mean,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know. I knew it. I knew you wouldn't be. All right, what's up, Christian? Yeah, I mean, look, it's the time to buy the dip today. Netflix is down. This is what I'm talking about, Britt. Netflix is down to 66.4. Now, remember, though, Netflix just did a split. I don't remember how long ago it was. It was a few months ago. But they brought their price down 10x. So this would be a previous $660 valuation for Netflix, which honestly still seems pretty cheap. Netflix, I remember, hit highs of like 1,100, 1,200s pre-split, which would be a post-split price of like 120, 110. So it still seems pretty cheap to me down here at $66 a share. Bad guidance, though. You know, the problem with Netflix is that Stranger Things is over with. And so there's no real like optimistic outlook for content, I would think, in terms of Netflix shows.
But I hear they're coming out with a new show called Weird Stuff.
Yeah, weird stuff, you know?
Yeah.
it's definitely not Stranger Things. No. For sure. Yeah, they're down after the split. Yeah, it doesn't seem bad to me here, though, long term. I mean, they're going to come out with more content. So I might buy a baby little piece here of Netflix.
Oh, and the main protagonist's name is 10.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the one that,
11.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
this is 1 better than 11, Yeah. It's closer to 1.
12, yeah. 12 in my opinion. It's a better.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably better. You're probably
right. 12. Yeah. All right. Wait. All right, we just bought a little bit of Netflix. I did it. I've done it. We'll see how this works out for me. Yeah, I did it. We'll see what happens. I bought Netflix.
You guys heard it here first. John did it. He's admitting his guilt.
Yeah, down after the split. Netflix is down after the split. Yeah, I mean, Netflix getting into live sports, I think, helps. It just seems cheap to me right here. Maybe I'm wrong. Where's Microsoft this morning? Microsoft at 393s. If y'all buy this dip, you'll lose money. You think long term, bro? Listen, I'm gonna put this out there. We might crash. We might correct. We might drop. I might be down in this position for some time. But if I hold it long term, which is what it's meant to do, it's what it's meant to be, I'm going to make money on this trade. I'm going to put that out there. Not an investment professional. It might crash tomorrow and go out of business. But I'm going to make money on this trade, I feel like. I believe it in my heart. I'm going to make money in this trade. It's long term.
You're going to hold it overnight?
I'll sell it in 5 minutes. Yeah, look, if I have to add to it for 6 years, that's fine.
Dude, I think it's a good place to buy. I actually heard you disagreeing with somebody in the chat. I was listening before I went back into the call, and I think it's a good place to buy. I mean, at that price, you're not going to lose much.
It seems cheap to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Long term, I think Netflix is still going to be fine. They're getting into live sports. They're broadcasting live things now. I think that's going to grow their business. That's going to make more people buy Netflix. The only issue with Netflix is that everybody kind of already has it already. So it's hard to grow whenever everybody's already got it already. Is the real issue.
I mean, a lot of people have dropped it in recent years too. I mean, I don't remember exactly how many subscribers have let Netflix go, but I mean, in the millions.
Yeah, Netflix definitely isn't too big to fail. I mean, it could be. Listen, even if we lose on this position, we're still going to be all right. But do I hope it goes up? Yes. I mean, look, it seems cheap. I'm going to hold it. We'll see what happens. Better to be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. This is me being greedy when all of y'all are fearful right now, chat.
I think Netflix should go back. They should just go back to doing to mailing DVDs. I think DVDs are the wave of the future. Yeah.
That's a great call out. Honestly, if Netflix dropped a show you liked, you'd freaking buy it. Anyways, though, Bitcoin's starting to bounce back. It's at 63,140s. Was the big question I have today, and I'm going to keep asking this question. I've been asking it all week, really. Was Michael Burry correct? Correct? It seems kind of like it, guys.
Seems like he's more correct than he was. And
I'm not a Burry lover, okay? I'm not one of those guys that just agrees with everything Burry says, all right? But it seems like he, at the very least, here's the real question that I think you have to ask yourself, though. Did Burry's positions spark some of the sell-off is the real question. I mean, I know a lot of it is due to Netflix. I know a lot of it is due to, memory and all this stuff. But did Burry's announcement of his short positions have kind of like a Warren Buffett effect, where Burry announces his short positions, people are like, oh no, Burry's in short, something must be up, they start selling, it snowballs? Is that what's going on here, or was Burry just right? Let me know, chat. I got to ask you guys. Let me know. What do you guys think? I think it's somewhere in the middle, to be honest, personally. I think he definitely caused some type of sentiment on the downside whenever he announced he's getting in short. I don't think traders trust him as much as they used to. But then I think when we started selling off after that, traders are like, oh no, Michael Burry's correct for once. Let's get out of these positions, is what I think. I also think, memory stocks have been up a huge amount. He's shorting Caterpillar as well. Caterpillar's been dropping. I think he's shorting this one at like 1050s. It's down to 870s. So Burry got in, just to put this in perspective, here. Chat. That's his alleged position. He literally got in right at the top. I have to look at when he announced these short positions, though.
Dude, talk about great timing.
Yeah, I mean, he either got really lucky or he
knew something.
Yeah. I trust him. He needs to read between the lines. Yeah, I mean, look.
Oh, no accusations there, just for liability purposes.
Yeah, Burry lucked out like a lot of John's trades that run into helpful news candles. Listen, it's better to be lucky than good. I'll put it
absolutely,
that way.
Dude. I mean, I 100% agree with that. Literally, I mean, genuinely.
Yeah, look, here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin started to bounce though a little bit here. Bitcoin back up to 63,200s.
What if you're like John and you're lucky and good?
I'm lucky and good, guys. I would say I'm definitely lucky. No one gives a crap about Burry. I don't know. I think they
do. It's funny to see in the chat hate on Burry. I don't know why.
Of course I was correct. I mean, dude, you came in here the last like 3 days, bro. Who knows?
Johnny come lately.
Like if I jump in here and in the peak of a market crash, not a peak, maybe that's the wrong word. If I jump in right in the middle of a market crash and then the stocks drop tomorrow, and I come in and I'm like, hey, market's going to crash, and it's already crashing. And then after it drops a little bit more, I'm like, you see, I told you guys, look, I did it. I was right about this crash. Was I actually right, or did I just kind of piggyback off of something that was going on? That's the real question. You would have asked yourself, Michael Blurry, in the chat. Don't attack me, okay? Don't attack me.
No, then you literally would be a Johnny come lately.
Here's SpaceX, guys. SpaceX at 126 is here. Does anybody want to buy SpaceX? They canceled their flight. Yeah. So again, short sellers have been loading up as stock drops below IPO price. Their first test flight since the IPO was scrubbed, and I think this is kind of the dynamic we're going to start seeing lately. Is we're going to start seeing every test flight, every flight SpaceX does, everything they do, markets are going to react, good or bad. No, I want SpaceX at 90. Buy. Give me $60 SpaceX. I would never attack you. I love the show. I know. I'm partly messing with you, Michael Blurry. I like the name though. That's a great name.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta be dramatic here. Listen, that's what they tune in for, is drama. I know it. I know they tune in for that.
I assume you're both a Michael Burry fan and a Puddle of Mud fan.
Yeah. Listen, if the chat doesn't tune in just for the drama, how come they only show up when it's dramatic in here? How come the lurkers are like, you know what? I gotta talk now. What mug is that, John? This is a Baymax mug from Big Hero 6. It's huge. But I only filled it up about a third because it's
I love that movie.
Great movie. Watched it with both my kids. They loved it too. How are you buying shares before the market open? I'm using what's called EXT orders, extended hour orders. If you try to buy anything and the market hasn't opened yet, you have to use what's called EXT, extended hour orders, limit orders. You can't use market orders. And so that's what it is. All right, John, how are you buying shares? I've said this once, SpaceX was a failure before the IPO. They keep proving that truth. I want the 50% retracement for SpaceX. I'll probably buy it at $80 as well if it drops $75 SpaceX. YouTube was hiding your video from me today. Hey, what's up, Jay Violet? Hopefully your vacation went well.
Yeah, hey, Violet. I think I saw you went skiing or something. I don't know, but it looked cool.
Yeah, I don't know where you were. I didn't actually catch where you were, but it was snowing where you were. And it's July right now. So I had some theories. You've got to be in, like, somewhere.
I think
northern.
I think she might have said, right before she went or whatever. I think she might have said she went to New Zealand. I don't remember.
Oh, New Zealand? Nice.
Yeah.
My daughter got back from New Zealand not that long ago. She went and saw the Hobbit, where they filmed the Hobbit. Where they filmed Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Wait. They filmed Lord of the Rings in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where she went. Where did you say? Yeah.
New Zealand. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some of it. You know, they filmed where the Hobbit was. Anyways, this is getting off track. But yeah. That's right, Britt. That is where they filmed Lord of the Rings, Britt.
Yeah, I know.
Look at MU guys coming down. I might actually trade some of this here. I don't know what I did yesterday. I think I ended slightly red yesterday, but I'm not 100% sure. Let me check. But I think I ended slightly red, like very slightly red. Look at MU though, still falling down, still a little scary. We did have somewhat of a roll. Wait, today's not. What is today? Quad witching days. No, that was in June. Okay. So I think I lost a little bit yesterday, just a very small amount. But the Nasdaq, man, still looking scary. MU still pulling back here is what the problem is. Like MU is still dipping down, and we're still kind of dropping down here. Look, we're at 726s. So look, there's 830s on MU. Memory play still falling. SanDisk down. SK Hynix dropping as well. So again, I did a poll this morning and I asked people, do you want to buy memory stocks? 51% are bullish, 49% are bearish. Okay, listen. These have got to be nonsense numbers. Who is bullish on memory right now? You know? Chat. Are any of you guys bullish on memory right now? I guess it's time to be fearful when others are greedy when others are fearful. But I see 51% are bullish. I feel like people are just saying random stuff.
Not gonna lie, I voted bullish, but I voted before I actually looked at anything. I came into the stream before I even went into Discord and just like, oh, okay, I see the poll and just clicked it.
The only thing that makes sense is if people just thought I said bull or bear, you know, just generally. And so that may be 50, you know.
Or if, like me, you just didn't pay attention to what you were clicking.
Yeah, I read their poll wrong. Yeah, that's what I think. That's the only thing that makes sense is people were like, hey, he's just asking if we're bull or bears today. I said bull or bear on memory, guys. Memory. Okay, so basically half of you guys are buying Micron right now. Half of you guys are buying. I don't hate SanDisk, honestly, but long term is still fine. I broke up with DRAM. That's how I read it. Yeah, I figured. You know, it's okay. It's just a short squeeze. Yeah, the conflict doesn't help. Yeah, I mean, look. I don't know. Memory PE ratios aren't horrible. I talked about this yesterday, but PE ratios aren't horrible in like MU. What's the MU PE ratio right now? It's probably lower than what I'm about to read. TTM is about 20 to 22 for MU. That's pretty cheap, honestly. So I honestly, maybe I'll buy memory. The problem is that we're in the middle of a big correction. Bearish with bullish optimism, PE ratio of 6. Yeah, it's something like that if we look at the forward PE now. Yeah, forward PE ratio is about 5.5 to 5.8 for MU, according to AI. So if that's correct, which, you know, maybe it's not, but if that's correct, it seems cheap long term, no? Will you talk about Michigan today? I already did, bro. Or I talked about Indiana, I guess. I like Michigan. It's smoky over there. Everybody's blaming Canada. They're mad at Canada. They're like, Canada, what the heck?
But why is it smoky?
Wildfires, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's not cool. I don't like wildfires. I bet I'm not the only one either.
Canadian wildfire smoke hits Midwest. So everybody's mad at Canada. I got some Canadian friends and family, and they're like, hey guys, what the heck? It's not our fault.
Don't those guys have Smokey the Bear? Only they can prevent forest fires. You know?
Right, dude. Tell them. You know, it's y'all's job. No, man. I hope everybody's okay. I don't mean to make light of it.
But... No, me either. I mean, that's just kind of my go-to personality trait. It's not intentional.
Yeah, I've lived in Ontario. I love Ontario. That's, you know, sad. Hopefully, I lived in Batchewana, Ontario, which is like the woods. Really nice.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it really is, honestly. I saw bears and stuff. Like, we would drive through, see, like, black bears and stuff.
Well, that's cool.
It was cool. But yeah, hopefully they're not on fire.
What's the adage? What the old adage about bears? I think it's black bears fight and brown bears play dead or whatever. I mean, I know it's not the adage, but I think that's what they say.
I don't know. I always heard black bears are chiller.
They're actually,
and brown bears are like freaking, you know, Like don't ever F with a brown bear is what I heard.
Well, a lot of times black bears will run off, but they're more prone. They'll actually attack you to eat you. Brown bears just attack you when they feel threatened. Basically, is what I've heard. But black bears will attack to eat.
I just want to clarify, guys. I'm a freaking idiot because he's asking me about Michigan today. He's not asking me about the wildfires. He's not asking me about where I was in Michigan. He's asking me about Michigan consumer sentiment data. That's what he's asking me about. And yes, I will be covering that today. I'm a freaking idiot. I went on a big long bear rant and all this other stuff. But yeah, Michigan consumer sentiment data drops at 10 a.m. today. It drops. It's expected at 51. We also have inflation expectations going live, 1 year and 5 year inflation expectations going live at the same period. So we will be watching that today. Netflix again did release their earnings, and they're down to like 66. So they're down. Yeah.
That was a weird
no, you're good. I realized it mid bear rant. Mid bear rant when Britt was talking about bears, I was like, you know what? This is not the conversation he was asking for.
No, I guess not.
And we'll see what Michigan data does. Yeah. We'll see what the Michigan data does. It might not move markets at all. Nasdaq did just rebound a little bit here though. Do I buy?
By the way, thanks for the info on the actual adage. And that's the end of it. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're welcome. Yeah.
No, not you. The people in the chat.
I know.
Like, you didn't know.
Oh, I do. I definitely did not do. All right, guys. So, what about Buffalo, Ontario? Bison. He's like, can you talk more about Bears? Yeah, Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. That's right.
Absolutely. I can talk more about Bears. Let's get into this.
All right. So, I might buy this little pullback here in the Nasdaq. It's a little risky today, but it's small, guys. It's small. It's a small trade. Canadian government must be starting on these wildfires. Moose? I saw a moose. What about bears, John? Scream a bit. That's coming, bro. That's coming. So Alibaba's online travel unit, Fliggy, is cutting jobs.
Fliggy?
Yeah. It might be a slur. I don't know. Again, Alibaba's online travel unit, Fliggy, is cutting jobs. Travelers Company did report earnings today. They posted 1040s versus 527. So Travelers killed it. TRV. We'll see what happens.
Britt was excited. Was excited about the bear talk. Honestly, Molly, I'm excited to talk about anything that I think I know about. I don't even have to actually know about it. Just think I do.
Yeah, it's kind of like me and jiu-jitsu. That's what I'm assuming it is.
Yeah. John thinks he knows about jiu-jitsu.
I'm like, what? Jiu-jitsu? I know jiu-jitsu.
Hey, just see his head John's head pops up like a meerkat.
Yeah, All right, guys. Did you see the video from Yellowstone? No, I did not. All right, so that's all we're talking about?
Watch that whole show.
All big channels work together to manipulate you, do the opposite of what he's saying.
What?
So fight. But basically what you're saying is fight.
All bears.
All bears. Fight bears is what I'm saying. Okay.
Just go out and pick a fight with him. Just slap him right on the snout.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my plan right now. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think I probably got it a little bit too choppy. I'm going to get out with like a $30-something loss. It's very small. But yeah, basically what happened, guys, let's talk about a recap of the morning here. U.S. continued to strike Iran for a 6th consecutive night. Iran claimed that power facilities, bridges, and infrastructure were struck. The Iranian spokesperson said that if the U.S. strikes on infrastructure, all in the region will be a legitimate target. He added that either all countries in the region can export oil or no one can, end quote. Equities are slumping. Dixie's up. Asian markets were down. Crude was a little bit higher after reports in the Middle East. We have building permits and export data in about 40 minutes coming out. Industrial production at 9 a.m. University of Michigan consumer sentiment. We also have Atlanta Fed GDP later. But this week's been broadly positive in tech still, with earnings with both TSM and ASML reporting strong quarter 2 numbers that beat estimates. They still reacted negatively to this, though, so we still had negative reactions to this. And so one of the stories that we're seeing right now in markets is that tech has been posting pretty good numbers and reacting negatively. So tech has been posting pretty solid numbers. ASML, a good example of this, negative reactions. We had Netflix post decent numbers, not the best guidance, but decent numbers, still a negative reaction here. We have also seen that kind of mirrored in a lot of other stocks over the past month or two in tech, where they post decent numbers and still fall. And so it's kind of one of those situations where markets are nervous. Netflix ended up reporting Q2 earnings that came in broadly in line with expectations, but investors are still left disappointed. Q3 EPS and revenue guidance missed estimates. The other story, I talked about it before, but SpaceX Flight 13 was aborted. SpaceX is now at like 120s. So they're down. NASDAQ, again, is red under 29,000, and 29,000 seems to be a relevant number. I'm looking at 28,000 as well if we keep dropping, but a couple of factors driving today. Nikkei 225 was the target for selling amid the Kospi closure overnight due to domestic holiday. Again, macro news flows is light with crude a touch firmer as the U.S. and Iran continue exchange strikes for the 6th day. And that's basically the market this morning. Memory's down, MU, SanDisk are down. I should have held that long, guys. But that's all right. It seemed a little choppy to me. The question is, does MU bounce? It seems to be bouncing like right around the volume weighted average price. Here's the VWAP area right here. So it did bounce a little bit right there. And I think MU is, driving some of this market action. I think people are watching memory and then using that to make bets on stocks, obviously. Especially now with like some of the stuff. SK Hynix, SanDisk, and more kind of taking up so much more market space and fears of a correction or a crash. Look at the NASDAQ jump here, though. So the NASDAQ is actually jumping up some as we speak. I should have held that long, guys. I should have held. I hope you sold your SpaceX. I'm in SpaceX small, dude. I'm not holding much of that. I mean, we're holding it. But, if we lose, we lose. It's all right.
I thought you were a majority shareholder.
I did. I'm the one that told him to cancel the flight. It's me.
What was the goal? What was the goal of this particular flight? Any idea? Just out of curiosity.
No, I'm not sure. I just saw they canceled it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they said to test the upgraded version 3's rocket capabilities, including deploying 20 Starlink V3 satellites, restarting a Raptor engine in space, and executing a controlled boost-back burn and soft splashdown of the super heavy booster in the Gulf of America. Yeah, I mean, cool. I know what all that stuff means.
Me too. I mean, really, who doesn't? I'm a part-time, rocket science aficionado. So
yeah, sounds like you boys on longs. I mean, I'm definitely long on some stuff. I use leverage sometimes, but. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. We do have some data today. It's not any like crazy big data, but it's something.
You know what I wish I would have invested in, honestly? Is
what?
Legos, dude. Legos were so cheap when we were kids, and now they're like incredibly expensive. I can't believe they have whole stores just dedicated to Legos.
Yeah, dude. I have a 12-year-old, bro. This is like, dude, they're so expensive. They're so expensive. Like, you want to buy one of the good ones, bro? It's like $500, for a Lego set. You want to buy even one of the cheap ones. Like, unless you're spending $100 to $200 on the set, you're not getting anything of note in a Lego set right now.
Yeah, I mean, so we used to be able to buy like whole bags of Legos for like $2 on the choking hazard aisle at Toys R Us.
It's a racket. It's a racket, dude. Yeah, but I'm seeing news that Hormuz traffic hits 3-week lows. So confirmed crossings via the Strait of Hormuz dropped to a 3-week low on 16th yesterday, with just 8 recorded according to Kepler data. For the 4th consecutive day, traffic remained heavily concentrated on the Iranian route, which accounted for 7 of 8 confirmed transits. So Hormuz traffic is low. Travelers, dude, TRB. The 107 versus expected 102, revenue of 12.15 versus EPS of 1004 versus 650s. Travelers did really well. Not a huge name, but I'm interested in watching that one maybe.
What?
Yeah, so Iran's IRGC tells U.S. and host nations that any more attacks on Iran will result in stronger retaliation.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not even like really trying to be dismissive. It's kind of like overload at this point.
It really is, yeah. Netflix should drop to where do you guys want to buy Netflix? Hey, what's up, Max? How you doing, brother? Did I say hey to everybody today, dude? Do I got to go back and say hey to everybody? I did not.
You didn't.
I know I didn't.
How dare you?
Hey, what's up, Serpent? FRB, Import, GJ, Peck, Bull, Nick, Knight. Knight, bro, listen, I'm going to put this out there, Knights of whatever your name is. You won yesterday, bro. You won a giveaway. You entered a giveaway. We never saw you again. You Sherberted us yesterday, Knights. You won, and now you get nothing.
And rode off into the sunset.
You left. You never said a word back to us. You know, you left us hanging there, dude. I'm just putting that out there. Anyways, what's up, Ben Rays? What's up, Nas? What's up, Sarge? What's up, Michael Blurry, Bogdan, Rick, Solar, Black Mamba, GJ, Zeke, Raven, The Real, Don, Popo, Interest, Straight Jacket, Ibo, Green Candle, Rand Studios, John Locke, Juggernaut, Darkage, VA, Josh, One Set, Steve, Nas, I'm trying to go through Max, Raven, did I say that? Todd, Allen, Ryan, Ravit, Jonathan, Jeff, Ski Bum, Farmer, Mike. Dude, there's a lot to go through, guys. And everybody else here today, I'm not going through all this stuff. What's up, everybody? What's up, Edward? What's up, Black Wolf? I did. I was here when the first name was called and then left. Oh, well, my loss. Yeah, you did, bro. It's you. How could you do this to us, bro? Hey, what's up, Eyes by Rhonda? What's up, Redshift? What's up, Boob Doc? Ashun, Gene. Everybody else here today. Honestly, dude, I let the stream go on too long, and now we have like 1,000 people here, and it's just gonna be really.
You're not gonna read all 1,000 people's names, John?
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard to say hello to everybody here. You know, so hello everybody. I'm sorry.
Start now and stop as the stream is ending.
Yeah, look, yeah, and everybody else. Yeah, that's how I'm doing it. It makes no sense that the Navy hasn't come home. The Strait is soon to be obsolete with pipeline being built to bypass. Hey, what's up? Good news.
Pipelines take a little while to build, though.
Can I cut SpaceX tonight? I mean, you could. I'm not telling you to, though. Honestly, I would trade today, guys, but I'm gonna trade. Don't get me wrong, but the Nasdaq is so flat. It's so choppy right now. It's hard to do anything here. I'm looking at other stuff. The BLS.
Anyway, good morning from me to everybody as well.
Apparently, the BLS has an annual conference that they're doing in New Orleans this year. So from gumbo to jambalaya, New Orleans is famous for its unique culinary traditions. Britt's going to have something to say about this. Just as the city's food tells a story, BLS data helps tell the story of America's workforce through employment and wage statistics, they say. So.
Sounds like a party.
Yeah, look, I mean, I can't think of anything I would like to go to less than the BLS conference, the Bureau of Labor Statistics. But listen, you know, I hope it goes well. Europe gas extends gains to as much as 5.4% on Middle Eastern tensions. And yeah, we can look at oil here. Oil roughly at $80 a barrel this morning. Roughly at 80, basically where it was yesterday. Are you guys long or short oil? Really is a question. I don't know, man. How long do y'all think this lasts, the conflict? I mean, because it's lasting longer than... they said Labor Day, the president said Labor Day, which is September 7th. So, what do we got, 3 weeks for that? 3 weeks until Labor Day. Nasdaq still falling down a little bit here. So Fitch Ratings also ends the use of Iran war adverse scenario as a rating signal. Pass on oil, long oil for the moment. 20 years, Iran can lose their pipeline even easier than they can pipeline in the Middle East. July OPEX is a major reason for this move today. I'm still shorting everything except oil and gas. What's up, Gene? Gold, oil, Nasdaq. Hopefully 2-year deal can break lower. How many people are not investing in the world? What's up, Britt? Sorry, dude.
No. I was just reading what SolarWind said about pipelines and just agreeing. I don't think I should ask my dad because he worked on those for a while. He was a pipe fitter for like 15 years before he got into inspection.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're starting to see some red in the Nasdaq that we're pulling back some. I'm looking at oil. Oil's not really moving. I think a lot of this downward pressure today is memory in tech. Obviously with Netflix and more. I did buy a little bit of Netflix earlier today, but it's down to 66s here. But we're holding this long term, so it'll be all right. I went long on oil, but I'm too cowardly. I mean, are you trying to say beignets?
That's what he's trying to say. Yeah.
Okay.
And also, how dare you? They're way better than funnel cakes, just because of the texture and the airiness or whatever.
Oh, they're way better.
Also,
dude. They're fluffier.
But also, like if you went to Cafe Du Monde, they're good, but they serve so many people that the quality suffers a little bit. I think, in my opinion, there are other places you could have gone.
Yeah, Coffee Cole in Baton Rouge is pretty good. Yeah. Nasdaq's still dropping. Yeah, I eat beignets. I come out looking like Scarface every time, dude. Everybody does, I guess. Nasdaq.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Hold
sorry.
on. Nasdaq is dropping here. It's starting to fade a little bit. I'm trying to see if I can figure out why. It looks like it's memory related here. So it looks like it's memory related. SanDisk is dropping. MU is falling. Is what I think this is. Nvidia. It's not really dropping that much. Oil's not really spiking or anything like that. So it seems like this is just memory kind of fading back down here. But look at the Nasdaq dip. The Nasdaq is falling down here. Yeah.
Brit is a plant. You're right. I was placed here by a big restaurant to subvert the stream.
Yeah. We got a water Brit. How do I have fun in this bear market? Well, I don't know. Fun is subjective, I think. So I might short a little bounce here, though. We'll see if we get one. I don't know. MU's right at the VWAP again. So I'm waiting to try to find some good stuff. Anything you guys want to buy today? Market was rebounding last week before the president. How will the U.S. ever trust Hormuz? Will never be. Yeah, I mean, Nasdaq's still falling here. Oh, look at this. Let me see if there's any news. I mean, the Nasdaq is a pretty big red candle here.
I'll help you, John, because that's just what I do.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be the Fitch rating stops using Iran war negative scenario for rating indications, but I don't know if that would necessarily be a bad thing. I think this is just memory fading down. I'm looking at Microsoft, Apple, AMD. Could be Netflix, but I think it's SanDisk and Netflix still kind of in MU. Microsoft's not that bad. I mean, most tech is red right now, just to clarify. And I think the momentum is definitely on the red side here. Are y'all bullish or bearish, guys? Are bullish or bearish? Looks like 51% are bears. Yeah, I'm looking at gold. Gold seems pretty cheap here long term, but you know, gold is reacting to yields, and so I think like a buy on gold right now would be a buy on lower yields. It would be a bet on lower yields coming, and I don't know if we're gonna have lower yields.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a world beset by geopolitical, economic, and energy crises.
That doesn't it?
The day of using gold bug as an insult are over. It does sound like a movie trailer. I think he meant... where did you see that? Was that in chat?
No, that was Bloomberg.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it does. It sounds like what we were joking about yesterday in the movies.
Yeah.
But look at gold here. So one of the things that's reacting is gold. Gold did just drop even more at $39.93.
Yes. Keep going.
Yeah, I mean, gold's still falling. Nasdaq's still dipping here. And I'm looking at what this could be. A lot of this is memory falling. MU is falling down under 830s. It's at 829s. You know, SpaceX is down to 125s. SK Hynix is dropping down to 153s. And gold is kind of following it here. I'm looking at yields as well. Okay, so the president said something just now. He said, great reviews on speech last night. Big audience. Passed the Save America Act. Thank you. End quote. Yeah. I don't think that's market moving necessarily. I don't know if that was a truth post, but yeah, look at the Nasdaq fall. If I could get a big enough bounce, I would short into this, but I need a big enough bounce here, really. Did I ask the chat? I get it. Y'all bullish or bearish right here on the Nasdaq? Yeah, we did have news earlier regarding there's a couple different stories. There was a Chinese memory chip maker CXMT Corp preparing a big listing, and so they're a direct competitor to Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron. And some people are worried that's going to negatively impact chips, specifically memory and HBM chips. Yeah, SK Hynix just went red on the day. Yeah, but look, this drop is continuing here. Wow. Big pullback all of a sudden. I don't really see anything that would do this, though.
No. I mean, not to say there isn't, but I haven't been able to come across it yet.
No. It's just chips getting unloaded here. And again, I'm going to ask the chat this again. Was Burry correct? If we get a large enough bounce, I'll short it. But we need a bounce to like 710s, maybe 715s for me to short. Maybe higher than that. So I need a large enough bounce here. But,
it's going to sound petty. I just don't like the sound of his name.
Burry?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair day, Burry up 20% on everything except for NVIDIA. Burry was 100% correct. Little boy puts getting rug pulled. $25,000 to $26,000 NASDAQ. Yeah, I tried to play catcher yesterday of red, and it didn't work. SPY just started to fall. Was Burry correct about what? He has a couple of theories and positions. I mean, he had a bundle of positions. Again, these positions include Tesla short, NVIDIA short, Caterpillar short, MU short, SOXX short, and more, I think. I think there's one more I'm missing. Maybe I'm forgetting one more.
And no, Blurry, honestly, I just I want to buy some physical gold, and it's too expensive for me to do that at these prices. I want it to go back up, after I buy it. I don't. It's like I want everybody else to lose money.
Brent wants cheap gold.
Yeah,
it's basically why he wants gold to keep dropping. It's not like he's a bear on gold. He just wants to buy it cheap, long term, which is not a bad move, honestly. Like that's probably the right move. The people that generally in market crashes, right? And gold's, I think you could certainly argue gold's been crashing. But in market crashes, the people who always do the worst are people who get emotional and sell. Usually. Long term, the people that buy the dips and like kind of ride the downward push, those are people who generally, because you always have outliers that just lose a bunch of money on either side. But the people who like buy and sit long term are the ones that do the best usually.
Yeah, I'm not emotional. I've been described as a cold fish, except for when I play Halo. Then I'm very emotional.
Oh, he's definitely emotional.
But I wasn't yesterday. I held my temper in check, John.
He was, dude. He was. Listen. So gold's at 4,000, right? So we're looking at 4,000. It was at 5,600. So if we're looking at like a percentage-wise pullback here, gold has pulled back almost 30% from highs. Just in the last 6 months for gold. When was gold at 5,600s? It was at 5,600s January. So yeah, about 6 months. 7 months really. So gold is down about 30% in 6 or 7 months. The question is it going to drop more? Because some of the push that we got to 5,600, you could distrust it. It was up too much. I even talked about it at the time when gold was at $5,600. I almost said a barrel. I would love $5,600 a barrel for gold. Sign me up. If when gold was at $5,600 an ounce, I told you guys I hope it didn't go up more, because I thought if it goes up more, we're gonna crash big, because it needs to crash at that point in time. Did anybody buy gold at the top? I know a couple people here talked about it. Make gold affordable again.
I know somebody who bought it at 5,300. And they're like, oh, well, it's projected to keep going. It's going to hit 6,200 by the end of next week or whatever. It's like, yeah, I'm not chancing it.
Yeah.
Not after it had already gone up that much.
Yeah, I see Blurry talk about this. Blurry says people who held or bought dips in 2000 had to wait 15 years to break even. That's true.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
No, 100%. But, again, let's understand the context of this here, okay? So, here's the S&P 500. Let's look at that. That's probably the more reasonable thing to look at. Here's the S&P. Okay, what happened here is here was the dot-com crash, all right? And it's a good conversation. Here's the dot-com crash. Here's 1995. Internet really kind of started really coming out. That's the big runs that we saw in 1995 and beyond into the late 90s, 2000 period, where the internet just boomed here. You can see this move right here. Right, what happened after 2000 is, number one, we had the dot-com bust here. So here's the dot-com bust. We dropped from basically 2000 all the way through 2003, 2004. But we started to rebound in 2003 and 2004. All right, and then we ran into another problem. And so this is usually pretty rare, in which we have two major crashes or corrections or bear markets back to back within like a decade. That's pretty rare. We don't usually get that. And so what ended up happening is that we went from the dot-com crash that we started to rebound from, and we started, we did break the highs again by like 2008. We had rebounded back up. 2007, 2008, we were in an upward trend from 2003 to 2008. The problem is that we ran right into the 2007, 2008 mortgage crisis right here. And that dumped markets. And so then we had to rebound from that as well. So what would have been like a 3 or 4 year period of rebounding ended up taking, 10 plus because of the period of time that we were in. And so, but honestly, with crashes, it's pretty consistent. Like we usually drop and we're usually back to highs within 4 years, 5 years, generally, right? Generally. Again, there's outliers. You could always isolate one, but, and the question is, does the AI boom mirror the .com crash or correction? It might a little bit. I don't think we should look at the full period of time, which includes the 2008 mortgage disaster in there, though, to look at it if it does mirror it and try to speculate on what it might do. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. Wow. Britt must have not liked that. He just hung up on me, man. You hear that? Of the last 98 years, S&P history, 24 years are red, the rest are green.
What happened?
You hung up on me right at the end of that. Great talk I had.
Did you hang up?
How about if you were doing options? Can't wait 15 years. Yeah, I mean, this is why I don't do options I don't do long-term options. I do shares mostly if I'm holding things long-term.
So what I was going to say, and I mean, I don't even know if it's really true or anything, but I know, people don't like downturns, corrections, market crashes, or whatever. And obviously, I don't either. But I do feel like, at least it does give more people a chance to get in at the bottom of the market again. And it's going to go back up. So, as long as you stay with it, you're not going to lose your money, I don't think, overall. Well,
long term, and that's what dollar cost averaging is for. I'm not an investment professional. I'm not going to tell you guys what to do. But looking at like indices, like the S&P, NASDAQ, Dow, Russell. I like the S&P long term. NASDAQ can be a little bit too tech heavy and be more vulnerable to corrections, but I like the NASDAQ as well. The Dow's solid as well. It seems to be adding more tech, which I think is good. But the point is, somebody's asking me about 2020. Usually, if you DCA, it doesn't matter. Like 2020 was just a little bitty blip, dude. Like 2020, people called this a crash, and maybe technically it was, but like we ended up rebounding back up. I ran off my mouse pad here. Sorry. But yeah, if we ended up rebounding back up pretty fast in 2020. Like we dropped in 2020 and then ripped back up. I ended up buying this dip right here. So I bought like airlines, I bought like hospitality, I bought a bunch of stuff in that period of time, and we rebounded really fast too. I went from people making fun of some of these dip buys that I got in 2020 to within like 3 weeks I was up like 30+% in some of, and then it crickets, So
all those people that were saying boo John had to eat their hats, huh?
Yeah. Well, they just didn't say anything after that. But the point is, crashes are over predicted generally. But when we do, obviously you want to be careful with them. But long term, and when I say long term, I'm talking decades. Markets vary consistently. If we're talking, again, indices, stocks can crash and fail. This is, obvious. Stocks can do well. Stocks can do poorly. They can go out of business. They can get delisted. They can go to pink sheets. So stocks are risky regardless. But that's what indices are from, is because even if you got one stock that does poorly, you got another stock that does well, and that diversification balances it out, balances the risks a little bit. Warren Buffett famously said, almost all hedge funds do not beat the S&P long term, which shows you something about just investing in indices. Again, I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not an investment professional, but it's pretty consistent.
No, I agree. Honestly, I don't. I haven't done anything about it, but I want to. I've been kind of looking into it.
Yeah, I'm looking at. What, you talking about investing in indices?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good move. Dollar cost average, long term. Not an investment professional, guys. Don't copy me.
No, but just historically and anecdotally, it makes sense.
No, for sure. Based on levels, where could we bounce on MU? What's up, Pew? 800s maybe. I don't know. We're doing like a head and shoulders on a daily chart for MU. So on a technical perspective, it's not looking the best, But I don't know. Yeah, I'm looking at 800s, but I don't trust it, and I think if this thing starts to sell off, I mean, I think a big level, you know, I would like to see it hold, even if we do crash in memory, 600s. I'd like to see 600s hold, maybe like 650. But again, it's in the wake of a sell-off. I don't think we're going to get that low, personally, but maybe we do, you know, we could. Yeah, any 20-year holding period in the S&P is green, never losing. Right, and that's the mindset people need to have for it. Yeah, Burry apparently got in short at 1050 on MU. So he's very green. On Caterpillar 1060s, he's very green. AMAT. Oh, yeah, AMAT was the other one. He's very green in AMAT as well, as long as it's still falling. Yeah, it's at 530s right now. He's in at the 730 level, basically. So he's very green in almost everything, except for NVIDIA. He's down a little bit, but he definitely compensated for it in the rest of his stuff. All right, so we're at 201s. Look to April 1st, and you will know the low. Assuming he's still holding. Bro bought 102 shares for Netflix at 65. Yeah, I mean, I just bought some Netflix here. It seems good. I mean, who knows, though, man? You know, I don't want people to be like, John bought Netflix, I'm buying Netflix. And then if Netflix is down, they're mad at me. I don't necessarily want that dynamic. I would rather tell you guys, hey, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Don't copy me. And maybe I'm right. I don't know. Yeah, I'm looking at that news, Brit. One of ExxonMobil's tankers was hit near the Black Sea, according to CPC's terminal, according to them. So,
and I don't like that. I think that's a bad thing.
Well, yeah, that's definitely not good. Oil jumped up maybe a little bit on this news, but not really. Oil's still over 80, though. We got to watch oil today. Nasdaq's still breaking down on memory and tech.
No, honestly, I don't expect things like that to make huge differences in the market at this point. But it's just relevant.
Yeah, no, for sure. We're supposed to have building permits and housing start data going live in 10 minutes. But yeah, the Nasdaq's pretty freaking red today, guys. It's pretty red on a Friday. A lot of the time, Fridays can be choppy, but will there be abouts in semiconductors? Maybe. I'm looking at NVIDIA. NVIDIA's basically been between like 185 and 230 for years now, going back and forth, up and down, up and down. So, and I like NVIDIA long term, but it's definitely a little volatile. Are you still in Oracle? I am still in Oracle. A lot of these are long-term positions, though, guys. So, like, I'll sit on these long-term no matter what they do. And they're small positions, so I'm not, like, taking huge size. And I am net green on these positions. Again, we got in Coca-Cola. We took a little bit of a diversification mindset. Like, we got in Coca-Cola at 66. It's at 85s right now. We got in Apple at 250s. It's at 330s right now. We got in Amazon at 190s. It's at 250, basically. We got in Home Depot at 375. I'm down. It's at 350. Got in Microsoft at 380s. I've been holding it through this. It's at 390s. I got in Nike at like 50. It's at 45, so I'm down a little piece on that. I am in NVIDIA, though. But I'm in NVIDIA long at like 194s. It's at 200 plus now. I'm in Oracle at 160s, though. It's at 120s, so that's not good. I'm in PayPal at 44. It's at 56, though. I'm in SpaceX. And I'm in Target as well. I'm in Target at $87. It's at 140 right now. So Target's honestly one of my best positions. You'll have to see it. And I'm in other positions as well outside of these, by the way. It's just one of my portfolios, but...
China's Commerce Ministry announces that the U.S. has informed them that the national emergency concerning Hong Kong will not be extended and will be terminated.
Wait, yeah. Interesting. We'll see how that dynamic continues.
Yeah. Honestly, I just read it because it had Commerce Ministry in it.
Yeah, so Michael Saylor did post about Stretch this morning. He said, at Strategy... And speaking of Stretch is supposed to stay pinned to $100 basically. It's at 85s right now. So, and this pays out whatever. I can't remember how they label it. I always forget how they label it. I think it's like a preferred dividend or something like that. But it's supposed to pay out. What is it right now? It's like 10%, 11% annualized or annually. But it breaks it into monthly dividend payments. So, and he said this morning regarding it, he said, Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy posted this. He said, at Strategy, we value theory but focus on phenomenology, observing market behavior, learning, and refining our approach. Our objective is for Stretch STRC to trade at $99 to $100 over time. We continuously evaluate its performance and use empirical observations to inform our decisions, he says, regarding Stretch. Where's Strategy at right now? I mean, Bitcoin's bouncing back a little bit, but...
The word you use, phenomenology?
I don't know, bro. I've never heard this word. Phenomenology.
Yeah.
Phenomenology.
Yeah. Dude, he made that up.
Dude, I've never heard that word before in my life. You heard me pause? I'm sitting there like, dude, even if that is a word, why would you use it, bro? You know nobody knows what the heck that means. I'm assuming it means, like, on the basis of phenomenons, but like, yeah, still,
it is. But he made that up, dude. Like, right. Like that has to be like Barney and How I Met Your Mother with when he made up the pos simple, you know?
Yeah. So it's the study of structures of consciousness as experienced from the first person point of view. It's like, dude, stop using that word, bro. Okay. Like, yeah, we can all act like we know what that word means, that we knew what this word meant before I said anything, but come on now.
Yeah, stop using that word. It's pas simple.
Yeah, I'm never afraid to admit that I don't know what a word is. That's just a ridiculous word to use right there.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways. Gold's still under 4,000, breaking down under 39.90s now. Here's silver. Silver's at 55 still. Here's Bitcoin. Speaking of Michael Saylor, Bitcoin at 63,200s. Do you think you are selling SpaceX if the price is still down a lot, or just hold your position regardless of the price? I don't know, Shocker. I don't know, bro. I will probably sell it if it starts to really break under like $100. You know. Again, it was a very small size. I'm not taking big size in IPOs on anything. I don't care what it is. I'm not gonna do that. It's just too risky to take massive size ahead of, you know, after IPOs. Again, I learned that a long time ago. So if I do lose on SpaceX, I'll be all right. Just vibes. SpaceX falls under 100, I'll buy it. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I see.
It depends on what it looks like. It's a small enough trade. It doesn't matter. Sell gold or only manipulation. I'm not saying sell anything, dude. I have no idea what markets are going to do. I'm looking at gold. I'd probably buy gold at these levels long term. It's a phenomenal word, John. Davey knows. Phenomenology is a phenomenal word. You know.
Yeah, in the words of John Madden, it's phenomenal.
I had to figure out how to say it though. I read it and I was like, "What word is this?" I was like, "Let me make sure I don't sound dumb to the chat right now." I was like, phenomenology. I nailed it. But, you know, who freaking uses that word?
I don't know. I think John Travolta might have used it in the movie Phenomenon, which was a great movie.
That was a great movie, honestly. I do like that movie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I sounded like I was being silly, but I meant it. It's very enjoyable.
Phenomenal John. That's what they call me, bro. You know,
they do.
I am like that guy in that movie. That's me right there, you know.
Yeah, John's moving pens with his minds, learning Portuguese in 20 minutes, you know.
Listing animals, you know.
Yeah.
That's me, guys.
Growing super huge tomatoes.
My water bill would, you know, maybe show that. Look at the NASDAQ, though, here. The NASDAQ, you know, what's funny is it looks huge on TradeDebate, and then you look at it on TOS, and it looks like the smallest drop I've ever seen here. But
yeah, and I was like, a lot of times I'm watching you trade, I'm like, man, that's a huge candle. When I go check my own chart, it's like, it's not that big.
No, it's not. But the NASDAQ did just crack this low here. It's at 28,670s. I'm looking at 28,500s right here. I think 28,500 makes sense. We do have this big isolated low down here at 555s. So maybe 550s makes sense. We're still a long ways out from that, though. But we have been breaking down all morning here. I haven't really traded too much. It's hard to get into anything here. MU is now under the VWAP and rejecting there as well here. If you look at it, it's at 828 right now. So Netflix had bad earnings, dropped. Yeah, definitely top 3.
Do the stream in Portuguese.
Nasdaq's still fading here though, man. Maybe I should have shorted long term.
I can't even speak Spanish. I'd hate to attempt Portuguese.
Yeah. Again, sometimes they send me jiu-jitsu videos in Portuguese. So that's about as far as in Portuguese I go.
So you probably understand all of it by now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm like the limitless guy, dude. What is the range for SK Hynix? Buy? What? I don't know. SK Hynix is basically flat on the day. It was at 152s as the previous closing price.
AI can't even get basic common information correct, like the correct day of the week for dates. It's horrible.
Yeah, AI gets a lot of stuff wrong, man.
Yeah.
What about Palantir? Palantir honestly has been volatile, in a word. Palantir's at 130s, hit 105s back in early June or late June. I mean, it's back up to 130s now. Quantum has also been pretty volatile here. If you look at Quantum has been really selling off since early June. Was at $26 for Rigetti in early June. It's now at 14s or under 14s, really. Yeah, I don't know where we buy the dip. I mean, things seem cheap here long term, but and MU is down like 30 or like 40% or something crazy like that. It's like 30 something percent, I think. So MU is down a big percentage. If you like, here's a daily chart or a 4-hour chart. So you can see, I mean, in terms of dips in memory, it looks dippy, you know. It's a decent pullback. $800 seems to be a psychological level too, that we've had historical resistance and maybe support might show up there for 800. So I'm looking at that. It would have to be longer term though, and there's always risks that it keeps dropping, to be honest. Inverse head and shoulders. Jake Paul will save Netflix. Yeah, it's BJJ FRB. Buy the dip? I don't know yet, dude. I don't know yet. All right, here's we do have building permits and some other stuff dropping at 8:30 today, though. So let's see what we get. Building permits expected at 1.4 million. Housing starts expected at 1.31 million. That drops in about 10 seconds. We'll see what it looks like. Not really market moving, but I guess if they came in really bad, maybe they move markets.
So I'm just trying to get his money, but I don't like Jake Paul.
Yeah, here's the drop right now. Let's see what we show. All right, so housing starts showed up much stronger than expected, actually, at 1.427 million. They also revised the last numbers up a little bit here.
And then look at the market do nothing.
Yeah, market's not doing much here on this. I told you guys that what building permits were actually a little lower than expected. They should have been negative 3% month over month. We had the import price index show up at 0.3 versus negative 0.7. Housing starts show up at 1.427 million versus 1.31 million expected. Honestly, the Nasdaq's still fading down a little bit here. It's hard not to short this though. Like I don't like a long here at all. We're starting to head towards some of these like low areas here. We start to get down to this low here, which is the low of this morning, which is pretty far down relative to where we are now. But we might really start to sell off. Bears might really get excited down there. So I'm just kind of sitting here waiting. We got the point of control way up there at 750s here. So we are in some of the high volume areas and moving quickly, but we'd have to really sell off to get down there though is the problem. So I'm just kind of waiting and not trading too much here. Again, are y'all bullish or bearish right here? I might have asked this question before and just not seen the responses, but are y'all bullish or bearish right here?
Mike, you have?
I don't like Lucid stock at all. I like Lucid cars. They're cool. They're fast. I like them a lot. I don't think they have enough interest to succeed, though, right now as a public company.
I mean, what's their hook? Are they like luxury or really fast or what?
They're kind of like they're fast and luxury. Okay. That's kind of their niche is like luxury speed.
So I'd imagine they're pretty expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're that bad. How much is Yeah, they're like 72,000 for their base model, 250,000 for their top model. So some of them are expensive for sure. Yeah.
I mean, they run the gambit there, huh?
Yeah. So Sapphire, they have a car called Sapphire. It runs quarter mile. Let's see, 8.93 seconds.
That's it.
God. Give me 7, or I'm sending it back, dude.
Dude, my car does 0 to 60 in like 7 seconds. You know.
I'm not gonna say what kind of car I have, but one of my cars does it in like what is it, like 4 seconds? You know?
Yeah, you're gonna have to let me drive it at some point, John. I need to.
Yeah, but the problem, going back to the Lucid, the problem is that they don't have enough interest. Like, they don't have enough people interested in actually buying it. And I've said this once. I said this years ago. Most of these up-and-coming EV brands outside of legacy models, outside of Tesla, except for maybe Rivian, but the rest are going to fail, most likely. Why? Because they just don't have enough people that want to buy them. If people go EV, they go legacy or they go Tesla mostly. Some people go Rivian. And so Rivian is still doing okay. It's not really going up that much, but it's not crashing down in terms of stocks. Like, Rivian has basically been flat for 2.5 years now. Hasn't really moved that much. And so, yeah. No, I do not have a Tesla.
But I bet he could if he wanted to, maybe.
Yeah.
I have an old Porsche, the 0 to 60 in 4.8. Dude, I love older Porsche, honestly. I mean, I don't know exactly what year model you're talking about, but I like most Porsches.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a poll. I'm gonna do a more polarized poll. Will the market crash in the next 2 years? It's gonna be the poll question right now. Yes or no? Will the market crash in the next 2 years? That's the poll. You can vote on that poll right now. Will the market crash in the next 2 years? Let me know. Some people are thinking the market might crash this year. Some people think we're starting one right now. I don't know.
I wonder how hard. I wonder how hard of a crash we're talking about. You know.
Yeah.
Depends. We're talking about like 1929. I hope not.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. Collapse has begun, surely. 70% of people say yes in the poll. Define crash. 20% or bigger drop. Short term. It's going to crash when the AI bubble bursts. What top 3 indicators you use for trading? I use support and resistance, VWAP 200 exponential, mostly. What price can we buy? SK Hynix. What price can we buy SK Hynix? What price can you get banned for spamming in here?
What price? What?
Yeah, we got a spammer.
Well, he better stop that, or she, whatever. But stop it.
Yeah. Oh, he's in timeout right now. Sit in the corner and think about what you've done.
Okay.
I noticed my 250k Freedom account, it says recurring. I lost all, by the way. Do I cancel it? That's on you, brother. I don't know. Do you? Speaking of that, I got about 20 of these freaking things. I don't know. Do I have an active one? Oh yeah, I bought it on Wealth Charts. I'd have to get Quant Tower up or something like that. For news, August. All right, so looking at our poll, 66% of people say yes, the market does crash in the next 2 years. 35% say no.
What do you think?
Almost as bad as the gold spammers. Yeah, it's all right. We've had a big increase in views, so whenever you get a big increase in views, I think just more bots show up too. That's how it goes. I think we might see a 20% bear market into a V-shaped recovery as soon as this year. Regarding a full-fledged prolonged bear market maybe comes the next election. Yeah, it's possible. I don't hate that outlook. Do you think gold can bounce from where it's currently at? Yeah, I mean, of course gold can bounce. Will it? I don't know, but it could, sure. 4,000 psychological level gets back over it, and it's already down, what, like 30+% versus where it was 6 months ago. So yeah, I mean, it could bounce. It seems so overweight. Yeah, it seems a little weird, Also, guys, if you haven't already, check out Lucid. Lucid's great right now. Lucid end of day drawdowns and everything. I always talk about Lucid Flex, but again, right now I believe you can still use this and get 50% off, but I have to go check the vault. But you can go direct to funded on Lucid. A 150k direct to funded account, if you use my code, is like four something, I think, right now. It might be a little bit more than that. I'll have to see if the 50% is still there. Let me look. Oh, I could still use my 55% discount that I got in the case loot. But again, if you want to check it out, I'll put this link up. Lucid Flex, guys. Once you're funded in Lucid Flex, if you pass this test, they fund you $50K. You get a $2,000 max loss limit, no DLL beyond initial trail, no consistency rule in Lucid Flex. You only need 5 minimum payouts of 150 days or more to get a payout. So much easier to get payouts in Lucid Flex, in my opinion. And again, you can get 40% off if you use my code here. So pretty cheap, all things considered. It takes a couple days to pass those. Lucid Pro, you can pass it in 1 day here. So Lucid Pro, you can pass it in literally 1 day. I'll put the link up. Great way to help support the channel. They are an affiliate of mine, of course. I'm biased because I get paid by them. But it's genuinely useful for traders, guys. Check it out.
I think so. And also hit the like button.
Yeah. Subscribe here, by the way, guys. Should I put the sub notifications back on?
Bonus in Discord. All that good stuff.
Yeah, we were getting some subs with those sub notifications. Here's the link right there. Check it out. They are an affiliate of mine. Again, I'm biased. Taiwan Semiconductors stated during yesterday's earnings call that they do not expect any near-term impact on their operations from the stuff going on. Yeah, I mean, TSM had good earnings too. That was the other one I forgot. Like, that had good earnings and still reacted negatively here. But they've been kind of in a downward trend anyway since July. So TSM also had good numbers. And this is an ADR listing for TSM. But they had good numbers. Still reacted pretty negatively here, unfortunately, for them. So keep 10% gold and silver in the portfolio. Bull or bear today? How's the dollar doing? The dollar is probably up today, I'm assuming here. It's up a little bit, yeah. I mean, just higher yields, higher oil prices, fears, making people nervous. We have had lower yields net over the last week because we had lower CPI and PPI inflation. But the Middle Eastern stuff going on every night, I would assume is going to pop yields up, make the dollar go up.
And apparently every day now, too.
Yeah.
Also, Michael, there's nothing wrong with loving spam. Really good, fried in a skillet.
Yeah, Netflix down freaking 11% after reported weaker than expected earnings. Netflix is down 50% over 12 months and trading at its lowest level since August of 2024.
I can't believe that.
Cheap. Yeah, I mean, look. It's a mix of, bad guidance, Stranger Things ending. Not necessarily on a good note. I didn't like the ending of Stranger Things, by the way. The Stranger Things ended. Bad guidance in the earnings report. They basically came in line with expectations in their earnings report, but bad guidance. And I think tech companies right now, guys, need beat and raise scenarios. They came in line in lower guidance. So they didn't raise their guidance, and they came in basically flat for earnings here. And that is why Netflix is down like it is. It still seems cheap to me, but what do I know? Maybe it's a terrible investment, but...
So, obviously, you don't want to do it on here because I'm sure some people would get mad, and it just wouldn't be very nice. But I'm never going to finish that show, I'm sure. So just ruin it for me later. I want to know why the ending was so bad, or at least why you didn't enjoy it.
I will talk about it later. I'll tell you. I got a lot of reasons. I'll give you an essay on why it was bad.
All right. I expect a 200-word report at the end of the stream.
I'm definitely gonna have AI write it. All right, but look, Nasdaq's still falling down here. Am I greedy for wanting to buy this? Buy or sell, guys. Buy or sell.
I mean, is it greedy just to want to take advantage of a good opportunity, or at least a possible good opportunity? I mean, I kind of feel like that's part of our survival instincts,
Yeah. Stopping by to show love. Hey, thank you.
Hey, thanks. Appreciate it.
Is this a buy or sell, guys? Put buy or sell in the chat right now. Let me know. Buy or sell. I see sell. I'll buy later. I fish with spam. Buy, then sell, or then buy. Or sell, then buy. Sell. It would be THEN, not THAN, by the way. Sell. Most people are saying sell here. I'm generous when others are greedy. I'm getting closer and closer to the 21 EMA. Sell. Buy when we bounce. Buy. I can respect the buys in chat because they're certainly not the majority. Buy now, sell later. Eventually it will recover. Buy. You can buy, I'll watch. Sell US, buy China, sell. No, buy. The risk is if we continue this downward pressure, obviously. I'm going to buy this short term here. We'll take 2 contracts here. Keep it very small. We're trading very light today. I just don't trust any of this right now. Buy now, pay you later. Yeah.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. I hope people get the Popeye reference.
Yeah, that sounds like a freaking deal, guys. That's
a great deal.
Yeah.
You watched Popeye growing up, didn't you?
Yeah, I watched Popeye. Dude, everybody watched Popeye, bro.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking.
I mean, I watched like Sonic more, I would say. Like I watched Sonic every was it Saturday morning, dude? I'd eat some oatmeal. Watch Sonic, dude. That was my
Yeah, no, hey dude,
my favorite thing to do.
Me too. But also I watched Popeye and I'd watch Rocky and Bullwinkle. I don't know if you remember that.
I remember Rocky and Bullwinkle. Remember the Angry Beavers, bro?
Yeah, dude, that show was so funny. Dag and Orbit.
Dude. Yeah, it was good. Gold, pull it up. Yeah, look, we'll see what happens here. MU bounced it a little bit, but I don't trust this short. But I'm taking it small. We'll see if it goes in my favor. I might get a few points, but it's about to reverse back up.
I believe in you, John.
Yeah.
It'll go your way.
Streaming services need to consolidate. What I don't appreciate about the streaming services is that they basically got rid of cable TV. And they got rid of it advertising on no commercials. And so you signed up for these streaming services because there's no commercials. And then eventually you get commercials right back again. Now commercials are back. They've added them back to what they originally advertised as commercial-free viewing. And I don't appreciate it. And some like Hulu, like you can't even get rid of the commercials on Hulu. No matter what, you got to watch ads on Hulu.
Really? I thought like for a certain price point, you could have no ads. And that also bothered me. It's like, hey, remember how we used to have no ads? You could have no ads again if you just pays $3 more a month. It's really cheap. It's only $3 more. It's like, forget you. It's the principle.
They're moving back the end zone on us, is what they are.
Yeah. And to be fair, cable TV started that way too, because like you used to have just whatever was free on bunny ears or whatever.
Yeah.
And they had commercials, but it was public TV, so no big deal. But when you started paying for cable, they were supposed to have no commercials, and they did for a while, and then they started having commercials too.
Right. We got a nice little pop up here. I'm gonna start taking profit on this, and maybe hold the rest break even. I took one off here. We are getting a pretty decent bounce right now. I don't think we had any data here to really move things. Let me check, make sure there's no news, but yeah, I don't see anything basically going live over the last few minutes. I see MU and other like tech names. I might add more to this here and see if we keep popping back higher.
Okay.
But I see MU and SanDisk starting to rebound back up some, and so I think that's why. Alright, so we're green here, but I'll hold the rest of this flat.
Bad air in New Jersey is insane. Man, how big is that fire? Getting smoke in New Jersey and in
oh yeah,
Michigan?
It's moving.
Jeez.
Chicago, it's hitting all those.
Man.
Yeah. Alright, so we did just dip a little bit. I'm probably going to hold this break even. I mean, we made enough money from the trade. I'll take one off here, and then we'll hold the rest pretty much flat. We made enough from the trade. I just don't trust that we're going to keep rebounding back up. The range is small, although we did see memory start to bounce. And that's what's driving this is like SanDisk rebound. It's almost back up to 1400s. MU is bouncing back some as well. Alright, so we'll cut the rest of this here. Green. Just get out flat on the rest and see what happens now. Netflix starting to turn back to lows, though, here. Yeah, 3 years ago, looked like Armageddon. All red. Where's the point of control, John? The point of control I'm showing it's way up here, like 750s on the NASDAQ. And we're at 680s, so it's pretty high up. The day the first paid streaming services started showing ads, consumers should have mass canceled.
Yeah, we should have, realistically. But honestly, people today have no, and maybe to some extent they never have, but have no patience for inconvenience.
Yeah. Yeah, look, man, that dip buy worked, but memory still bouncing back here. Look at MU right now. So we got a little recovery bounce here. We're hitting the 200 exponential, though. I'm worried this level right here on MU is going to reject us. Here's the 200 EMA on a short-term chart. We're right here, basically, right now. So I'm worried that level's going to reject us. Certainly could. We'll see what happens. SanDisk back up to almost 1400s though. So I think they're kind of moving in unison. What's SK Hynix doing? SK Hynix at 152s. So let's see what happens there.
In 1929, the DJI crashed 88%. Wow.
Yeah, look at that rejection. Yeah, so we did just reject here. Yeah, I mean, Rockefeller, I mean, he just monopolized things.
Yeah, well, and he had I think it was what's referred to as a lateral monopoly, where he controlled, key businesses across industries, not just his own industry.
Right.
Like he would buy like boxcar companies and barreling companies and small little like transport railroad companies. Yeah. And then he would use that to shut out his, anybody else that might be competing with him or trying to.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I see Amazon's Zoox unit says it's recalling self-driving vehicles because they might not detect or respond to heavy smoke right now with what's going on, I'm guessing. NVIDIA's bouncing up. Yeah, MU's rebounding a little bit too here. I mean, NVIDIA's... I'm watching like 203. I want to see if we hold over 203. NASDAQ's still kind of heading down here a little bit. So the NASDAQ's still kind of dumping some. Looks like a steady ride down. Hopefully it's not a trap. Yeah, remember, we do have the Michigan consumer sentiment data today at 10. We have...
NVIDIA pumping?
Not really. How export price index showed up at negative 0.6. Import price index showed at positive 0.3, which shows that we are importing more than expected. Housing starts did show up stronger than expected. And remember, housing starts ended up showing up at 1.427 million versus 1.3 million expected. This is the annualized change in the number of new residential buildings that began construction during the month. Right, so this is more buildings getting built, essentially. More residential buildings getting built in the month of June than expected here is essentially what this is. For new homes. Building permits also got released, but they came out negative. Yeah, Michigan consumer sentiment data is going to be kind of one of the big drivers today. I think a lot of people are going to focus on it. But yeah, look at the NASDAQ still fall here. Oracle's breaking down, to be honest. MU just pulled back right. Remember, guys, we talked about this level on MU. That's why you watch the 200 exponential. Because look, this is the 200 exponential on a short-term chart. We're seeing some other names drop here, though. Seeing broad weakness in tech, though. Most things are red. Netflix, Nvidia, Google, AMD, Broadcom. Hard to find anything green. Microsoft, Amazon, Meta. All red. Everything's red basically today. Yeah, so Brent crude and U.S. crude futures are up more than $2 a barrel due to heightened hostilities in the Middle East.
Need to make $100 today for my very first payout on Lucid. Hey, good luck. I hope you do it.
Yeah. Some people are losing their shorts on memory correction. Hey, yeah, congrats.
Like they're literal shorts or they're trading shorts? Because I've heard that expression.
I don't know. It could be both, honestly.
I mean, I've heard the expression, man, I lost my shorts. I know you've heard that.
Yeah, no, I've heard that. Means you lost everything, including your shorts. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I mean, nothing really overnight. Essentially, what's going on right now is memory names have already been correcting the last week, right? We've already seen MU, SanDisk, SK Hynix, other memory plays fall. Netflix's earnings last night came in not good, and Netflix did dip all the way down to 65s right now. And so we're just seeing broad risk-off sentiment. Is what's going on. And this is interesting because generally with risk-off sentiment, you have lower yields, and we have higher yields. Right now, we have lower yields over the last week because of CPI and PPI inflation. And so it's a weird market where we're seeing memory pull back, tech correct some because of it. Yields are not necessarily going up right now either, though, because of risk-off sentiment. They're instead going down because of lower inflation data. So, yeah, it's a weird market for sure. Losing shirts. Okay, yeah, maybe I'm right there.
I've heard both. I've heard like lose the shirt off my back, and then I've also heard like I lost my shorts.
Yeah.
The shirt off my back thing is definitely more common, but I've heard both.
Yeah, y'all talking about Lucid Car Company? I know it's down. Again, we talked about this a lot today. I mean, it's up over the last day, but it's down a lot. It's one of those companies that I just don't
have a lot of faith in.
I just don't buy it. Yeah. I'm just not interested in buying it. It's just too sketchy, man. It's just too risky. Yeah, I mean, the Kospi wasn't even open overnight, but the rest of the Asian markets, like the Nikkei, didn't do well either. You know, so, like, it's a situation where, like, the Nikkei didn't do great. Kospi is closed today, but we've already seen broad sell-offs in most of those right now. So people are just nervous about corrections in this market, to be honest. You know, again, MU at 328.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Kind of stagnating a little bit in terms of price. We're not really going anywhere now. Nasdaq's very flat too. It's a Friday, so y'all just be careful. But not a lot going on, I would say.
Why is Friday the dangerous day of the week?
Because less people trade, more people are taking it off for longer weekends and stuff like that, and so you just generally have less volume, more choppy trade on Fridays. But the days in which it does range or move, it can move a lot. So it's one of those things where most of the time it's flat, and that can cause problems. But if we do move, people are expecting flat, and so you know it kind of shocks them a little bit more, and you get squeezes on the upside and downside.
So basically, every once in a while, you get a rogue wave, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Buy oil right now? I don't know, Chat, do you guys want to buy oil right now?
No.
I mean, again, I've said this 1,000 times, but I think it really depends on how long you think this conflict lasts. The longer the Strait of Hormuz is shut down, the longer it's going to take to get it back up and, you know, and running again in terms of lower oil prices. There's been fears of reserves going low. And so, you know, I understand a long in oil, but I don't think it's guaranteed either. You know, like, obviously there's risks on both sides. You don't know what they're going to say. You don't know what the president's going to say. You don't know what kind of stuff's going to happen over the next month. Like right now, sure, we're in the midst of strikes. And maybe we get worse escalation and oil goes back up to 100 or whatever. Or maybe things settle down. I don't think it's easy to predict at this point in time, you know. But if you think the conflict, I know a lot of people here think the conflict is going to last years. If you think that, you might want to buy oil right now. I'm not telling you to do it, but if I thought the conflict was going to last years, I'd probably buy it. But it's definitely risky, even still. Yeah, people just usually trade less on Fridays.
Free of Liberty. I'm in a short at 80.25. Oh, well, good luck to you.
Yeah. Hey, John, what's the OPEX? It's the option expiry, Jonathan.
Can you explain it to Britt? Hey, dude, honestly, you know, I know you're trying to mask there, but I wouldn't mind an explanation.
Okay, so, well, it depends on which one we're talking about. Some people use OPEX to refer to option expiring. Others use it as like operating expenditures. So it depends on which one we're talking about.
Let's just go with operating expenditures. That's what I want to hear.
Oh, well, that's the one I don't. I mean, operating expenditures is just what you're spending on operating your company, I'm assuming, you know. But OPEX, well, it's in the trading world... Yeah, no, in the trading world, option expiration is what OPEX stands for. It's the third Friday of each month, which would be today, right? So today's the third Friday of every month. Its options expiring today. It's when option contracts must either be exercised, settled, or allowed to, or they expire.
Okay.
So it can cause more volatility, more volume because of these options expiring in like stocks and equities and stuff. So that's essentially what it is.
Okay. Well, thank you. And again, sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, you're good. And then we get the big one, which is like witching days, where you get all, including futures. You get stocks, you get indexes, you get futures all expiring same day, right? Which is really triple witching. Or after the 27th, it will now be quad witching back again. So
triple witching sounds cooler.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Quad witching is what originally it was. It's back to triple witching now because there's no single stock futures. But we do get single stock futures again in 10 days. No, I'm sorry. In like 12 days. In 2 weeks, we get.
Are you chomping at the bit?
I'm chomping, bro. I'm ready.
More importantly, are you buying the 5-day early edition of Halo?
If y'all buy it and y'all start playing it early, if you or Chris or somebody buys it, I'll start playing it early too.
I don't want to spend 20 extra bucks, but I would like to have early access, so I think I will buy the 5-day early one.
I think I would too. Yeah. All right, let's do it. We gotta let Jack play too, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's kind of the whole. That's part of the point of this.
Yeah. I'll buy some mics so he can have a mic. I can have a mic. He can play it on his Xbox. I can play it on mine. That's the thing we're doing.
Heck yeah! And in more important news, me and John dominated in Halo yesterday. So I know you guys would want to know that.
We're great. We're just great. Don't mess with us. Yeah. Anyways, so oil up to 80.34s right now. It's almost 9 o'clock. We'll see what the 9 a.m. scrum does here. We're at 28,665s right now on the Nasdaq. Let's see if that holds. Again, not market on open. 9 a.m. scrum data. Brokers open up some at 9 a.m. So sometimes we get an increase of orders going through randomly at that period of time. Meta's actually breaking down some. It's at 650s. SanDisk is at 1400s. Where's MU at?
Okay, thanks, Drops. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm bullish on silver right now. Gold is going to hell. Yeah, but I think it's cheap still where it's at now. No? You don't think it's cheap right here? Silver is. Yeah, I mean, oil. Here's the.
I mean, do you guys think? I know Infected Mushroom said this, but I'm just curious as to what everybody else thinks. Do you guys think that silver's going to jump when the Middle East stuff calms down?
Bull or bear on silver, guys? What do you guys think? All right, so here's the market on open data. Here's oil. I want to see the Nasdaq right here. We're kind of quiet though. We're not really moving here. But here's the Nasdaq 28,663s. All right, there's the 9 a.m. scrum. Let's see if we get any real movement here from it. We're at 660, 650s on the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is dropping a little bit on this report. Again, we're getting closer to that isolated low down here on the NQ, way down here.
At 555 from a bear flag.
Silver is near fair value. Maybe, but definitely over the next decade. Bull. Market will never crash till Burry's short. Bear on everything. Dow futures broke lower. I think gold would do well in risk-off markets. Gold is
sitting in Soxel short when the market did all-time high. You guys laughed at me and said, "Why not try to buy instead? 40% in profit closing day." Hey, congratulations!
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I laughed at you, but I'm glad you made money.
I'm not laughing at anything. I might have told you I'm not really shorting like healthy, strong things, just because it's a rule of mine. Like, I'm not a big contrarian trader in that regard, where I'm trying to short the healthiest assets in the world. I might not have. I don't think I laughed at you though. Come on now, bro.
You might just be talking to the chat in general, but like
the chat.
I'm glad when any of you guys make money. I want you all to do well.
Yeah, no, me too. The chat definitely probably made fun of him because that's what the chat does.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Nasdaq started to test that low again. So look, here's the NQ breaking down some more. It's at 28,640s right now, still falling here. Oil.
Jonathan says I did.
Oh, oil spiking here. This is some news. It's either news or it could be the 9 a.m. scrum here. But look at oil jumping up. So something happened. We got to look for Truth Social posts or something here. Let's take a look.
China's industry ministry urges automakers to exaggerate your false advertising.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I'm just kind of scanning stuff, skimming, I guess.
It could be 9 o'clock data here, but I don't see any posts on Truth or anything like that. Yeah, I don't see anything. Nebius under 77 million secured senior debt facility due 2030. The volume just increased though at 9 o'clock though for oil. Look at oil jump up. This is over the last like 3 or 4 minutes. See the China Industry Ministry calling out automotive. Yeah, I don't see anything. Weird. Did we have industrial production numbers at 9? No. Okay. Oh, we did. Oh, no, that's in 13 minutes. That's at 9:15. Yeah, I don't know why oil jumped up like this. I mean, it happened like right around 9 o'clock, but I don't see any news to drive this either. Oil jumping, yeah. NASDAQ is falling here, though, so strange.
Bros, you both have good energy. Keep it up. Hey, thank you, Matthew. Appreciate it.
Did you pay for an early Truth Post sub? I did see that they're going to start charging to get Truth social posts early. I honestly thought it was sarcasm. I thought it was parody. But apparently it's not. I don't know. Where you're going to be able to pay, to get the president's Truth social posts earlier now. I genuinely thought it was like a parody thing. But apparently it's real. And I might pay it, honestly. I might freaking pay it. I don't know. It's kind of my job to cover news. So, you know.
I think Trump should start a prank show.
John, how many days of no vaping? Today is day 4. I don't even want to vape anymore. I didn't even want to vape when I woke up this morning, you know. So I basically passed it.
Chat, tell John how proud of him you are. Give him some encouragement. Help him stay on his journey of quitting vaping. Yeah,
I was at the pool yesterday. That was the closest I came to vaping, you know. But I didn't do it. I thought about it. I kind of psyched myself out. I'm like, dude, if I hit that vape, I'm just gonna feel worse. I'm gonna feel worse. It doesn't do anything. It's not like you even feel much better after doing it. You're just gonna feel worse, and then I might get a headache or whatever. So
yeah, no, I just like to maybe have a beer in the pool, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, thank you guys. Appreciate the support.
Publius Flavius. I'm just curious. Was that an actual person, or is that a character reference?
Beast is gonna be the big winner. Yeah, I don't see any posts, but again, we might have to pay for early posts now.
Visa is going to be the big winner at 52-week highs.
Yeah, oil's still breaking highs though, so this is either somebody knows something. I'm assuming this is what this is. Somebody knows something. This is a sharp move to the upside. It's not small. Like, look, if we zoom out here and we look at like Trade Evade or something like that. Like, this is a sharp move to the upside randomly here. Look, so either somebody knows something, or yeah, that's been going on.
Yeah.
But regarding this, it looks like it's a catalyst-driven move. Volume spiked. It was right around 9 o'clock, but I really don't see anything here in terms of news.
Yeah, I read that drop.
Yeah, I don't see anything. And news would have reported it already. So it could just be insiders with something. Like, let's see. Like, the real question is, let's see if something geopolitical, like something that means more escalation, is reported over the next 5 hours. You know, or over the weekend. Could be over the weekend, too. It also could be people getting bets on more escalation happening over the weekend. That's possible as well here. But we'll see.
Okay, Publius, thanks for answering. Honestly, I'm just curious about Roman stuff.
Yeah, Sandisk is still dipping here, too.
For example, there actually was a guy named Scipio Pupianus.
Really?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, what a great name. Yeah.
I know. It's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah. I bet even back then he got made fun of.
He had to. Early insiders. Yeah, I don't know. Look at oil, though. Oil jumped. I don't see any reason for it. I really don't. I don't see any justification in this oil spike here.
No, I can't. I still can't find anything.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, you think it could have been just people cashing out?
I don't know, dude. I think it could be insider stuff. Somebody either betting on more geopolitical escalation over the weekend or something announced today. I'm not sure. Could just be the 9 a.m. data coming through, too, because it happened right around 9 o'clock, but you know, the volume increase was substantial here. Like, look, so here's the volume in oil futures. Jump up way higher than they were any moment previously. Could be 9 o'clock, though, like I said. But that's a big jump for 9 o'clock on oil. Oil basically up to $81 a barrel.
Mario M says, I will pay for access to Trump's post and I'll sell them to my own retweets.
Smart move, dude. Smart move. I'm not telling you to do it, but smart move. Again, oil's still jumping up here. I must have a delayed to pull up CL futures. What's the new CL futures? Is it Q? Yeah, it's Q. Okay.
No, it's not change. Is that a quarterly change or a yearly change?
It's quarterly.
Okay.
What's the new futures? Okay, it looks like it's U6, CLU6 now.
Are you talking about for Brent or for
WTI?
Texas. Okay.
Yeah. We can't really look at Brent in U.S. futures.
Okay, I didn't know it changed. I guess I need to go alter my my Tradovate stuff too.
I appreciate the support though, guys. Everybody's happy I quit vapes.
I'm very happy. You're my buddy. I want you around. You know.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, you know. I appreciate it.
I mean, I got to lose like 60 pounds so I can stick around, but you know, I'm working on it.
You should. I mean, I know it's a bummer you can't do jiu-jitsu. It's really good for that.
It really bothers me. Like I was genuinely looking forward to it.
Yeah. And now I can't beat you up, and I'm pretty bummed out about it. You know, I was going to show you who's boss at jiu-jitsu. You know, I was kind of excited. I was like, yeah. Nope.
Honestly, if you'd give me if I could have done it, give me 3 years. I think I would have been a good match for you.
Dude, you get smoked in 3 years, bro.
I don't think so.
In 3 years, I'd be like a purple belt or beyond.
I'm a prodigy, dude. You know,
I'm just saying,
I learned stuff very quickly.
Yeah, but you know, I got a 3-year head start, dude. You're getting smoked in 3 years, bro.
And I'm just beastly, physically.
Brits are natural, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So oil's pulling back a little bit here, though. After jumping up some, I might buy this dip in oil. Let me buy it in oil futures. I haven't traded that much in futures today. I think I'm gonna buy this.
Why can't I do BJJ? Honestly, I'm not gonna go into it, but I have a health issue.
Yeah. Unfortunate. I'm gonna add more to this and just kind of slowly buy the dip. Is this American Greed right here? Buying this dip.
I don't know, but that sounds like a great title for a movie.
It's a TV show, Britt. You never heard of American Greed, bro?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, excuse me.
I know, dude. Culture yourself, man.
Thanks, bull market. I appreciate it. You know. And also, I think I can still do boxing. Like I don't actually want to spar or anything, but I just want to do the exercise. I want to learn the head movement and the footwork and, you know, controlling distance and stuff.
Yeah, you probably do that.
Yeah, be good exercise. And plus, it'd give me a leg up on most people you run across.
Yeah, for sure.
He's 600 pounds. Not that fat. I'm sorry, excuse me. I'm not that overweight.
Yeah. It's a family-friendly stream, Britt.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
We're long 6 contracts of micro oil futures here. Let's see what we get.
Britt, I thought you meant buy the dip, the movie. No, I didn't mean that.
All right, so we're almost green here. Oh, I haven't really drank that much coffee.
How much did you drink?
I don't know. I filled Baymax about a third today. You know?
How many ounces is Baymax?
I don't know, dude. How many ounces y'all think this is? It's got to be at least a couple. Look at this freaking thing, dude.
Let me look at it. Hold it up.
I can lift weights with this thing, dude.
Put it next to your head, like closer to your head. For perspective.
All right, how long do I do this, Britt? When do I stop?
Okay, well, there's delay on the stream. That's probably like between 15 and 20 ounces, I would imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, Bree says Bree get up, walk some laps around with a weighted vest. Yeah, it's probably a good move. I saw somebody doing that the other day.
Yeah. I mean, I'm working on it. You know, I've been doing squats and push-ups and hitting my heavy bag and things like that.
I'm running out of money buying this MU dip. Yeah, dude, honestly, it might keep dipping. Yeah, you should never add to it. Like dollar cost averaging is meant to do over a long period of time. It's supposed to mean you buy in periodic, like you make periodic buys regardless of price. but you have to make sure you trade the right size in those buys, because you could run out of money and lose big even if you're right long term by taking too large of size in the beginning. So that's kind of the if you average into something, start small, dude. This is why I like micros. I almost never trade mini contracts in futures. I trade micros almost purely because I can slowly enter.
Yeah, I want to start. I need to practice scaling in and out the way you do. You're good at that.
Well, sometimes, yeah, but yeah, I don't put any sugar or sweets in my coffee. I just drink coffee plain.
Me either. It's definitely an acquired taste, but I actually enjoy it better.
All right, I'm going to take some of this off. I just took a third of this position off buying the dip in oil. I might take a little bit more off here too, and then just hold a little piece of this. We're heading towards the opening bell, and so I can hold this basically flat on the rest. It's very small. We'll take larger size later, but
it's big trader, and good luck to you too.
Yeah,
you can do it. We're in this together.
What's the Nasdaq going to do at the open? I don't know, guys. I asked people, will the market crash over the next 2 years? 63% say yes. 37% say no. Are y'all bullish or bearish for the open? We got 17 minutes left, so we'll see what we get here.
Bearish.
Bearish?
Yeah.
Okay. Brit's bearish today, guys.
Yeah. I mean, while I'm optimistic, I try not to ignore signs.
Yeah. Yeah. No. SK Hynix is still down in pre-market. Shares are down after a 14% decline Thursday. SK Hynix. They recently launched SKHX, a 2x leveraged ETF for SK Hynix.
2x leverage what?
ETF, exchange traded fund.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it's just.
And I'm assuming
it's a trading vehicle people use to like. It's just a trading vehicle people use for specific assets. Like you can have one based around a specific stock, but it's more or less leveraged. You can have it based around gold or silver, whatever, S&P 500 is usually like the way people invest in S&P 500 or the Nasdaq is generally through ETFs. All right, so we are green on this, man. We're pretty green. The oil dip worked.
Evan U plays says you said there's news at 9:15.
Kind of. It's not big news. It is industrial production and capacity utilization. It drops right now. But it's not really anything that moves markets necessarily here. We can look at the NASDAQ and see. Yeah, industrial production showed up at 0.1 versus 0.2%. So basically what it was last time. I don't think it's going to move anything. It might. You never know. NASDAQ's still getting pretty freaking close to this low down here, though. So here's the big low level. Again, this big, one of the things I use for support and resistance is isolation. Like, you see how isolated this low is down here? Everybody freaking sees it. And so the closer we get to it, the more likely it is that we kind of test it. And so sometimes I like attacking the range down to that low, even if we bounce up after hitting it. And so I'll look for a range close to the low, but everybody sees this low down here. This is a level I'm watching specifically for the opening bell on the NASDAQ 28,550s. Oil just jumped down. I'm going to get out the rest there with a green day, with a green trade. But we'll see what happens on the rest of this. NASDAQ is still kind of getting lower here. Market on open date is in roughly 10 minutes. Then
hey, welcome back, Miss Tiny.
We get the opening bell. What's up, Tiny? Any teleprompters? What are you trying to say here?
This is all scripted. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain,
Bro, I can just talk. Top 3 talkers ever.
Sounds a great riffer,
I'm slowly turning into Steve. Just to put this out there for everybody at home, guys. This is Steve right here. Hold on, let me keep moving this. I didn't even know my camera can do this, dude. I've been turning it upside down. That's Steve right there. The bottom guy, that's Steve. Right there. You see Steve? Hold on.
No, I don't.
Look at Steve right there. There he is. The guy at the top, that's a handsome man up there. That's a handsome man.
Is the guy on top, is that Count Johnny von Strassenberger Bacon?
That is. Yeah, that's him right there. That is him. He's a vampire, apparently.
He is. Dude, I'm telling you, you look like Archduke Ferdinand.
Oh, I know, dude. Hopefully what happens to me doesn't happen to him. The revolution. Yeah.
Yeah, kicked off World War One.
Yeah. Anyways, Nasdaq's still coming down here. You are not the best dad, dude. That hurts, bro. They gave me
John's
that
a great
12
dad.
years ago. I got that from my daughter. 12 years
I
ago.
couldn't have asked. I couldn't have asked for a better dad than John. You stop saying that.
Yeah, dude. Your kids. Yeah, they do. John looked like a dictator. Yeah.
Why do you show your? It looks like you look like a Prussian general is what you look like in that painting. Why you show your YouTube medal? Because it's a thing to be proud of. That's why.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so Big Trader says, remember, guys, never go the extra mile for a person who wouldn't even meet you at the corner street. To be honest, Big Trader said this, and I was sitting there thinking, I was like, is Big Trader scorned because he wanted to meet me at the corner street, and I didn't meet him there? And I was like, maybe I rejected him a long time ago, and I was like, dude, I can't meet you at the corner street. I'm not home. And now Big Trader's upset. Genuine thought process just went through my mind, and then I realized that's not true at all. Yeah. 1 in a million at least. Top 3 humble. Hey, listen.
Like, what if they couldn't meet you at the
John.
corner? What if they couldn't meet you at the corner because they had a nasty case of gout, like flaring up, and they just couldn't walk?
Yeah, you broke my heart, John. I know, dude. I feel it, bro. I could feel it.
I know it was you.
I didn't meet him. I didn't meet him at the corner street, and now I'm a bad person in his mind. I get it, dude. I might think I was a bad person too. So the Nasdaq's trying to bounce higher here, but I gotta watch. It looks bearish at the opening bell. Could we fill some of this gap back up? Sure. Will we? I don't know. We're getting kind of close to that low of the day level that everybody's staring at 25 or 28,554. Here's the Dow. The Dow's pretty weak on the day as well here on the Dow. Look at it. The S&P 500. We frozen? Oh no, there we go. Okay.
Nah. John is cute, so he can break some hearts. John, you're very cute,
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I try,
It's what you're going for, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going for. Let me get rid of this.
Every morning in the mirror, John's like, am I cute enough today?
We gotta look good here,
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Raga, dude. He's just kind of he always says weird stuff. He says everybody's cute. He might be a bot.
I know.
Can't really tell yet,
Nah, I think he's just being funny.
Got my
Which
heart.
I think he is pretty. I think he is pretty funny, to be honest with you.
We'll see what happens here, though. I don't know if we're gonna break down or not.
John, your trade timing is impeccable.
Honestly,
I have to agree overall. I know you get caught sometimes, but you do have pretty impeccable timing, I must say.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Senators release text of bills. Yeah, I'm looking at. Sorry, I'm kind of zoned out right now. I'm ADHDing it up. But industrial production in 0.1% month over month versus expected 0.2%. So you're like Fabio?
Dude, you got to look at this. I'm sorry.
What?
Just a short little comment somebody made. I don't know why that was so funny.
No, it's funny. It's because it's an attack, bro. I get personally attacked here, dude. That's what it is, man. I'm married, bro. Like, I'm married. I got kids, dude. I have a DVD for ADHD. No. Yeah. I'll change his mind. Let me send my pictures. All right. Bull or bear, guys? Bull or bear? I'm going to keep asking that. Pakistan has been negotiating an expanded defense pact with Kuwait in exchange for energy cooperation, according to sources. I see that. I see France and Germany says they will actively explore interoperability opportunities between IRIS-2 and space.
Polar bear today. That's seriously bearish.
It's kind of bearish right now. Netflix is down. I did buy Netflix earlier. I did buy Netflix earlier. We're at 65s. Netflix at 65, 70s.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah, because somebody in chat says Netflix 55. I don't think it was that low.
It's not 55s, but it is part of the reason markets are breaking down today. Again, Netflix reported earnings last night. They came in basically flat and then lowered guidance, and that made them dump all the way down to 65s. And so look at Netflix come down. Again, MU memory and oil prices are still going up as the NASDAQ drops here, which is strange. So I see senators release text of bill to sanction Russian oil buyers. Maybe that's moving things a little bit, but look at oil. Oil just hit 81s a barrel. So WTI crude just tapped 81s.
I don't like that.
Early is still wrong. Fabio is Italian. I understand, but I'm just saying you look like Fabio. Polar Bear today, bullish. Netflix 55s, bear. This is TOS right here. AZ. So this is Thinkorswim. This is TD Ameritrade. All right, so we are down to 606s right now, 605s. NASDAQ is still breaking down ahead of the opening bell, and oil's still jumping up. But look, we're getting close to that 550s level. I think everybody sees it. The market on open data releases in 1 minute. We'll see what we get, but NASDAQ's starting to flush down quicker here, for sure. Look at the NASDAQ drop. So NASDAQ's starting to break down some. I like Google long-term. Mario says, what do you think about Google? I like Google long-term. I don't know what it's going to do short-term, but I like it long-term.
Oh, yeah, well, me too. I mean, it's Google. I know that sounds like a very simple statement to make, but I think it kind of speaks for itself.
It's true. Yeah, for sure. You know.
Drops, are you a Dane or a Swede? Is that why you said that?
Yeah, you look like that guy Erling. I'm assuming now. You know. All right, so yeah, here's 600s. Let's see if 600 holds. There's 600s.
Also, to be fair, I think Fabio has more of a northern Italian look. So,
SpaceX dropping hard. Yeah, SpaceX is down big.
What's it down to now?
At 146s. It IPO'd at roughly 135, so it's at below its IPO price now too, which is bad. Oil hit 81s, it's now dipping down some. Yeah, it's definitely a volatile Friday here, man. And NASDAQ's looking scary right now. I mean, look, oil's breaking down. SpaceX just jumped up a little bit, though. Hold on, there's the market on open data here. So that's the market on open data just hit. It looks like a lot of stuff's popping up here. Netflix is bouncing up to 66s. Let's see if that holds.
See, senators released text of bill to sanction Russian oil buyers.
Yeah, MU and SanDisk aren't really moving too much, but the rest of tech kind of is on the upside. Yeah, look at that market on open data coming in very bullish here. And look at that 600 level holding.
U.S. industrial production in June grew by 0.1% month over month, lower than the estimated 0.2%.
Yeah, I'm gonna short this bounce, though. I think it's too large of a bounce here. We will sell this before the opening bell, though. It's a little bit too green of an initial bounce here. It's small, though. Honestly, like, the range isn't the hugest, the biggest range today.
The hugest.
Yeah, the hugest. I almost used it. I was like, that's not a word.
Like saying something is funner.
Yeah. I can't say I haven't tried saying that before, you know.
Not me either. When I was like 4. I'm just teasing you.
No, you're good. All right. Yeah, I'm in this short. I do have to sell it within the next 3 minutes, though. We're green on the day regardless, but I would like to sell this before the opening bell here. Trying to make sure this isn't catalyst driven. Like, we don't have any news. U.S. bill would tariff top 5 purchasers of oil. All right, we're green. All right, we're green. Let's see if we go back down. I just think that's an overreaction. There we go. All right, I'm going to take a little bit off. We're too close to the opening bell for me to sit on this long term. We got 3 minutes left. Maybe I'm a wimp for this, but...
Max. I appreciate your sense of humor, dude. I feel like, at least in terms of humor, we're kindred spirits.
Yeah. More funner. Definitely more funner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta cut this. We're still green on the day. It's just too much. I still think we might correct back down to the downside at the open. But we'll see what we get. Travelers is still doing their thing.
Oh yeah, you kind of lucked out there, Drops.
I still think I should have held this. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness. Freaking stupid. I was right. I knew it. I knew this would happen, guys. I knew this would happen. Look at that reversal. Something just dropped, though. Some type of news just happened here, but...
Well, let's find out what it was.
Something just happened. I'm assuming that candle something just happened, or maybe I'm just getting faked out with a minute before they open. ExxonMobil sources tell Reuters that attack tanker was chartered by ExxonMobil.
It's not really...
No, it's not really moving Exxon either, which means it's not moving anything. Wendy's... talk about other stuff.
It must be this thing about the Italian embassy as fully renovated by a great American patriot.
Yeah,
that's probably what moved market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see anything else either, though.
No. No, I mean, I'm being a little...
I think I was just right about a turnaround of the market on open data. It looks like it could be news. It could be news in Google. Google turned red a little bit.
Maybe. Well, yeah, like I said, I mean, I'm being a little flippant, but that's only because I can't find any actual news event.
Yeah, it could be Apple as well. Apple just had a pretty big turnaround here. So it could be Apple
stock
related.
rotations are necessary for the equity rally to broaden beyond the tech sector, according to Citigroup's Beta Manthe, I guess is her name.
All right, guys, here's the opening bell in a minute.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, it's getting close to these lows.
Bullish or bearish for the open? One more time.
Again, I feel bad asking them again. All right, Nasdaq's getting close. We're almost at lows of the day here, right at the opening bell. So we're almost at lows right at the opening bell here. We'll see what we get, but we're starting to break. It's looking sketchy.
And you don't have to feel bad for asking him, John. I asked him.
Okay, that's true. You know, that is true. All right, guys. 20 seconds.
I'm bearish.
Are you? Britt the Bear today.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Here's the opening bell, guys. Good luck. 15 seconds.
Good luck, everybody.
We're so close to that lows. I'm bearish too, to be honest, but it doesn't mean we're not going to go the other way. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's the open. And we got a big push, but let's see if we hold here. So I'm watching Apple kind of rebound some. SpaceX is rebounding some over the last few minutes. MU, I'm watching that. We're watching SanDisk. Oracle's bouncing back a little bit. Nvidia up to 203s right now. So we're seeing some tech rebounding here, but I think markets are still nervous. I don't trust it necessarily. I got to wait 5 minutes to trade this, but I think we might rip down and break lows eventually.
And I just lost my eval.
Did you really?
Well, I shouldn't have taken 25 shares on the open, but yeah.
Oh, 25 contracts, bro?
Contracts. No, I'm kidding. I didn't.
Did you still have your eval?
Yeah, no, I still have it. I'm managing to maintain it. I'm not doing really well on it, but I'm not losing it either.
Yeah, good. Okay, I was about to say, bro, don't take 25 contracts, dude.
No, I didn't.
All right, guys. Yeah, we're a minute into the day. Nasdaq has gone up some. SanDisk is at 1350s here.
I was just trying to, liven up the stream.
Oh yeah.
Create some excitement, some buzz.
I don't know if I believe that. Yeah, don't do that. 25 now, dude. 25.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I don't think I've ever taken more than 3 at a time.
That's probably the right move. Yeah, you don't want to take. You probably should take 1 or 2 max, really.
I usually do.
Yeah. All right, so look, we're about to hit that 200 exponential moving average level. We're a minute and a half into the day. SanDisk and memory seem to be bouncing back, though. That seems to be what's driving. The SpaceX is still slumping down, but MU's back up to 830s. SanDisk is back up to almost 1400. SK Hynix is actually red, but still. Most memory plays are rebounding back up some today, it looks like. Where's Netflix at, dude? Netflix is not doing anything. SpaceX is down to 125s, though. It's a dumpster fire. So...
Green's 200 man blues too. I always forget how I color coded my indicators when I'm on here.
Yeah, so Rob says, Britt, are you trying to pass an eval? No, he's trying to fail it.
Yeah. Well, there is no, there's do or do not. There is no try.
Right. Look at the 200 exponential, dude. Honestly, I was really thinking about shorting this as well. I just can't because my rules are I got to wait 4 minutes.
But yes, Rob, I am trying to pass an eval.
Hyperscalers reducing spending will be the final nail in the coffin. Yeah, but don't the markets fear capex right now? High, like it's too high of capex. Isn't that one of the things people fear with hyperscalers? Is too high of capex? No.
I know I'm gonna sound ignorant, but that's okay. What are hyperscalers again? I mean, I hear you talking about it all the time, but I've never heard you actually explain it.
Yeah, hyperscalers are people who are building data centers. Essentially, is what they are. They're like big cloud service providers that own huge data centers. Okay. So you got to think of like Amazon, Microsoft, Google. Real quick though, so Nasdaq's coming down. We're at 630s here. It looks like we're getting close to that low. I will short this, dude. We're just so close to this low. I gotta do it. I'm gonna short. I'm gonna add more to it on a bounce too. We're just so close to the lows. I just think that okay, we're gonna take half off, lock it in quick, scalp this move. We're just so close to this low level here. I want to see if we start breaking down more, and there we go. We're starting to. I'll hold the rest of this close to flat here though, but I want to give it a chance.
Yeah, no, Rob. I wouldn't start. I wouldn't try to learn how to trade on my own money.
There we go. All right, I'm going to cut it right there. Again, I broke my rules, but I could feel the momentum coming in here. OpenAI CFO is introducing a new framework which helps to measure AI success. It will involve shifting the focus from expenses to cost tokens, according to Axios. But we're getting close to these lows, and it looks really bearish right now. SK Hynix is breaking 150s. Apple surpasses NVIDIA to become the world's largest company, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah. But here's the low of the day here, guys. Look at this momentum showing up negative in markets here. Oh, we do have the Michigan consumer sentiment. I completely forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. Did somebody remind you or you just remembered?
I just remembered.
You're a great rememberer, John.
I know, dude. I'm the top 3 of rememberers out there. Whenever all the greats in remembering are spoken, I'm there. NASDAQ just cracked lows here. We're at 540s. 540s. Still looking weak.
Roxy says at this point I don't even feel the pain anymore. Yeah, in the words of Dalton from Roadhouse, pain don't hurt.
Yeah. I mean, look, dude, we just cracked lows. Kind of liquidity grabbing back up here though. So all right, look at that bounce here. I'm tempted to short at 600s again though. We're up really nicely on the day so far. What were you saying about isolated lows? I was saying, whenever we have a level like this, and everybody sees it, when we start to break down under a specific point, which is where I entered my short, I think I attack this range right here. Why? Because sometimes we break this low and then we rebound right back up, and I don't want to get stuck in a liquidity grab fake out. And so instead, I target the range down to the low, and it's got a really high percentage. And that's pretty much where we jumped in. Remember, we shorted this right here. And we wrote it down, and what did we do? We took profit here. So, same idea. And now we're still heading lows. Again, I'm not saying it's going to liquidity grab, but it's looking really weak right now. The momentum's pretty strong on the downside at the opening bell. Again, Spacex is down to 124s. SK Hynix is down to 146s. MU is down to 820s now. It's kind of turning down on the momentum as well. So is SanDisk. So NVIDIA struggled ever since I bought it. You're welcome.
Yeah, and I was going to read that. I was going to read that earlier. I thought it was funny.
I might short a little pop here too. I said this earlier, but again, we do have Michigan consumer sentiment data. All right, so the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index is approaching bear market. SpaceX faces a potential loss of $1 trillion following a 38% decline in value. Again, Jeez. Apple now the largest company in the world.
Hey John, you know gangsters
crack lows again here, dude. Look at SpaceX down to 123s.
Is this just momentum carrying it down at this point, you think?
I think fears are everywhere right now. SpaceX down, MU down, SanDisk down, approaching lows of the day here. And this is already in a really red day. NVIDIA down, under $200 a share. Tech down, Meta down, Microsoft up. So we got some stuff holding here, but a lot of stuff's down today, to be honest.
Holds up about $18 in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's definitely a red day right now here. Should have held that short, but that's all right. Red day today so far. It's definitely red. Definitely a little bit red so far.
Yeah. Hey, John, you know that really obscure song, Gangster's Paradise by Coolio?
Nobody knows that song, Brad. Only you and I know that song.
Yeah, I figured. But did you know that that tune was actually written by Stevie Wonder, and Coolio heard it and was just like, man, I got to have that. And so he bought it from him.
Yeah, oh, that's cool. All right, look, hold on. NASDAQ still cracking lows, 28,500s here. I think we got to watch 28. SpaceX at 122s. Right now, SanDisk at 1330s. Yeah, sorry, Brett. I just ADHD that.
No, it's cool. Philadelphia Semiconductor Index. Oh, you're still talking. Sorry.
No. Restate what you said, Brett. Sorry, dude.
I was saying Philadelphia Semiconductor Index approaching bear market. Space. Yeah, you already read the SpaceX thing, but
look at this drop, dude, in the NASDAQ, bro. Things are scary right now in markets. SpaceX down big. SanDisk down. MU down. Nvidia down. Apple's actually doing okay right now. But things are scary. Look at these drops, dude. Momentum's super heavy right now in markets. We're kind of crashing a little bit. Not crashing, but we're dropping for sure.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Was it popping? Random Rants told you it was deep.
Yeah, we're down to 480s now. SOX 23% off the highs. Gold saving my ass. What's gold doing? Gold's ripping up over 4,000 right now here. Over 4K for gold.
Yeah, as I was telling you earlier, it was up $20 in like 3 minutes.
Yeah. Well, gold just now, last 5 minutes is flying.
Yeah.
People are starting to hedge with gold maybe a little bit with some of this weakness.
Years.
Look, I'm gonna take a really risky trade. I'm gonna buy this dip right now. We're green on the day. I'm gonna buy. See if we get a short-term bounce.
I think it's a good move, or at least worth trying.
I'm gonna scalp it here too and take half off, and then wait. And that way we're green regardless here.
Any news?
There we go.
John and OG.
There we go. I'm gonna take this off right there, dude. All right, cool. We got the dip. The dip worked. We're up hundreds on the day now. That's nice. Apple's still flying up though. Microsoft's doing okay as well. But look at the NASDAQ today, man.
You want to jump in so bad to grab $100, but so scared of a liquidity grab. I don't blame you.
Yeah, I mean,
that's how I lost my first eval.
He's talking about me. I'm pretty sure. Whoever said it, wherever he said it.
No, it's a way to trade girl. She said earlier that she was all she needed to do was make $100 more, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe to pass an eval. I'm not sure. I don't remember what the rest of the comment was.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, no, 100%. I'm scared of liquidity grabs. I don't short lows of the day because of it. You know.
That ground me out. My final $400 on my first eval was a liquidity grab.
Yeah, we are starting to see a little recovery though, but and again, this is the bounce we call it here, but I don't trust it necessarily. I guess why I get in and out of this quick. Yeah, we got Michigan consumer sentiment data in 20 minutes too.
Sorry, Earth Cruiser.
Yeah, again, you want to help support the channel, check out Lose It. Also, Apex has their pretty good deals going on right now as well for Apex. When does their sale end for Apex? But you can use code BGT on all of them. Yeah, in 4 days, the 90% off apparently ends. But for now, you get the $49 50K intraday no activation fee account, which is pretty cheap as well. Again, you can use code BGT on all of them. Check out Lucid, though. Great way to help support the channel. No PDT roll to futures. Great way to learn how to trade when most traders lose. I'll put the link up for Lucid. End of day drawdowns and everything is what I like Lucid for. So I think Lucid
fast
honestly
cash out.
Yeah, fast cash out. Some of the best rules in the game. Like really, I would argue the best rules. There's Lucid right there. Check them out. Great way to help support the channel. They are an affiliate of mine. I am biased. NASDAQ just cracked lows again.
Some people say the greatest rules.
Yeah, that's right. NASDAQ still breaking down here. We're at 440s.
Man, is gold still pumping? No, it's leveled off.
It's pulling back a little bit too, but it's back under 4,000 here. But the NASDAQ keeps slumping down.
Slumping and dumping, huh?
Yep. The
I made
verbs
that
I
up.
use here, they're the
Yeah.
greatest verbs ever.
We don't get no tolls and we don't get no rolls.
Right.
I made that up.
I believe that. 440s, guys. 440s on the Nasdaq here. I think we got to watch 28,000. I don't think we hit it today, but I think we could. 28,000 is way down there. We get a really red day, we might test 28,000. Markets also could be pricing in more escalation over the weekend. I think that's something that could be going on. But
Market up to $143.
MU is at 805s right now. It's about to break under potentially $800. SanDisk is down to 1330s here. SpaceX is down big. So
where's SpaceX right now? Is it still in the 130s?
123s.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So it's doing bad too. But yeah, this is mostly memory driven though. It looks like memory driven and AI driven. Nvidia's breaking under 200s. Microchip driven in general is what this is. Nvidia under 200s. AMD's falling down to 460s. Broadcom is down to 350s. TSM is down to 380s. SK Hynix is down to 140s. It's not the biggest drops, but a lot of stuff is dropping right now.
What are you showing WTI at right now?
80 to almost 81s, almost highs of the day.
Okay. Seeing 81.49. I might have the wrong.
Yeah, we're at 420s right now. Does this mean we can finally buy RAM at regular prices?
I want some good ramen.
Do you have a range you look for isolated lows at? It depends on how isolated it is, to be honest. Like, so everybody sees this low, so I'll start looking. Really what I'll do is I'll identify like a milestone level, like a big whole dollar number, like 28,600s here, and I'll use that as my level, and then I'll just target like a range like this. It's kind of like scalping, but yeah. All right, so we got down to,
kids. Go ahead.
We got down to almost 400 here. Are you about to read news, Britt? Was that what that was? Heard
No.
millennials. Oh.
I was reading a comment.
Oh, okay. Bull or bear here, guys? What do you guys think? Is this bull or bear right here? I don't know, dude. It's really hard to tell this.
Ukraine's military reportedly hit a Russian refinery in the Yaroslavl region and struck 2 Russian tankers in the Black Sea. I don't know if that would have any bearing on the market, but
yeah, I have no idea. I see bull, bear. Looking at our poll, 63% think the market crashes in the next 2 years. Bear, short the rips, cover the dips. If I was trading at short, yeah, I hear a couple people saying they have trade evade issues.
Yeah, I saw that. Mine's acting okay, but I did see a couple people talking about that. Sorry, D Honigs. I think you posted that right as I was talking about it. It was just very coincidental.
Yeah. Yeah, we're starting to rebound back up a little bit here. Let's see if we hold. But markets are nervous for sure. And we're heading into Michigan data in about 14 minutes here. So in 14 minutes, we do have University of Michigan consumer sentiment data. We also get like I was gonna say we also get inflation expectations as well. Apple's actually starting to break down. You said there's a tweet, but it's not relevant.
Yeah. I mean, like I thought it might be, but it's just about the reflecting pool. I mean, it's important. It's just not relevant to the market.
Sure. Yeah. No, that makes sense. All right, we're starting to bounce a little bit. We're at 460s. I mean, the market doesn't really care that much, I think. Maybe markets are getting priced into stuff happening over the weekend. NASDAQ is down to a session low of almost 3%. SK Hynix is now below its listing price as well. It's at SKHY is at 148. 149 was the listing price.
John, can you explain the move on gold?
Which move? I mean, gold's kind of flat on the day. Gold's reacting to yields, and yields are moving.
Yeah, I think he just meant the pop up, probably.
Oh, I'm not sure. The pop up for gold, it has to do with the yields, probably.
Yeah, that's what I
for
would
gold
guess.
short term. Yeah, but I'm not sure, to be honest. Yeah, I'm trying to see when the news came out. Yeah, so gold is probably... Go ahead, Britt.
No, it's just we just keep trying to talk at the same time. Just poor timing. Go ahead.
I can't remember what I was gonna say. Yeah, gold's probably reacting to higher oil prices, but it's volatile as well. It's hard to predict short term.
Yeah.
Yeah, like again, it's too short term to really explain it. Yeah, yields are down on the day. Gold's up technically on the day as well.
Yeah, sorry about that. I think we both pause because we think the other one's about to talk, and then when we both do that, then we both try to talk at the same time.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. What we're seeing right now, though, is markets are starting to rebound up. We're at 28,500s, 28,520s. So we're starting to rebound back up here. We're at 125s for Spacex today. So Spacex is rebounding back up. SK Hynix is rebounding back up now. MU is rebounding back up some. So maybe we're starting to see a resurgence in memory and tech and chips. All right, guys, here we go. We have 11 minutes until Michigan data comes out. 11 minutes.
We have a prediction on Michigan data?
I don't know, dude. You know, Michigan data didn't always move markets. Lately it has been, but it doesn't mean it's going to. And so Michigan consumer sentiment expected at 51.
That's what I was asking.
If it comes in poorly, maybe markets get nervous. And they're already kind of nervous on the day. But what we do see is SpaceX starting to rebound here. So look at SpaceX right now. SpaceX bouncing back up. You can see the kind of V-shaped recovery here. SK Hynix back up. You can see a little bit of a V-shaped recovery. NVIDIA not doing as good, but still rebounding a little bit here. Memory plays bouncing back. 820s for MU. SanDisk is rebounding some as well. Netflix, though, is turning.
Really?
Yeah, Netflix is at 65.5s, but I don't know if I trust this bounce back. I mean, honestly, I don't really hate it, to be honest. Like buying a dip right here. All right, so we're going to buy a little bit here. We're very green on the day, so it doesn't really matter too much, and we'll just take small size and see if we pop right back higher here. There we go. Okay. I'll take half off there. And then we'll hold the rest and see what we want to do on it. The reason I'm saying this is because, like, memory looks to be bouncing back strong. It doesn't mean it's going to hold, but, like, I think a short-term bounce like this makes sense. There we go. Yes, sir. All right, we're going to take more off here and get out.
What was the impetus for the downturn in memory to begin with? Did we talk about that already?
I mean, I think it's a mix of just overextension, tech fears, AI fears, bottlenecks, earnings, and bury. Kind of all happening within like a month's period of time. Like earnings, you know, haven't been the best for me. I mean, we've had good numbers, but we've also had kind of neutral numbers, and right now markets are really strict on AI. Memory's up so much, SanDisk especially. All these big runs that we've seen in memory. I mean, I think people are naturally looking for them to correct back down at least a little bit. We also had Bury jumping in short on basically AI and data centers, MU, Caterpillar, AMAT, you know.
So just a confluence of events combined with what could possibly be described as a small bubble.
Yeah, that's right. Like, people are just worried about a bubble. They start selling, and that's how it goes. Why do y'all think this started, guys? I mean, you can speculate a lot of reasons, but... Yes, definitely. I think Netflix at 65 is cheap, but who knows? Trade of 8 maintenance. My trade of 8's working fine, dude.
On two.
They better not take away my profits on the day, though. Then I'm gonna be mad. I've heard a couple people say trade of 8 was down, though. Yeah, the money is moving to utilities. Yeah, I mean, the Kospi has been volatile as well, you know, for sure. So we've just had movement, a lot of movement there. And that whole memory issue, Drop says, started with Meta rug pulling, talking BS. I hope they lose Metaverse was BS, and so was the announcement last week. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know.
What was the
Meta
announcement
definitely
last
started.
week?
The announcement last week, if I remember correctly, was that Meta was getting into cloud and selling excess AI capacity, and so that certainly is.
Okay.
I remember that negatively impacting markets, making markets drop.
Okay.
But yeah, so that buy trade worked really well, and we're still rebounding back up. And the reason I bought this, it looked like a downward trend, right? But the reason I bought this is because when I looked at MU, when I looked at SanDisk, okay, their recoveries looked more than just a downtrend. And these are what's kind of leading markets right now. Here's MU. It looked like a red to green move. If you look at SanDisk, it looked very similar. If you looked at a lot of these. Now, I don't know what they're going to do here. We're getting to the top of the range now. But that is why I ended up buying what looked to be a downward trend. And that worked. So, again, if you want to help support the channel, use code BGT. You can use it on Tradeify. It's great. They have like their select plan that allows you to pick your path in Tradeify. Take Profit's great, has really super free like withdrawal rules and payout rules. You can take like daily withdrawals on Take Profit. It's really good for beginners as well. Lucid has end of day drawdown options and everything, and Lucid Flex is great, and Apex is basically the cheapest accounts in the game. So you can find all those links in the description. We appreciate the love if you want to help support the channel. Yeah, I see that news if you're talking about the withdrawal from occupied territories will begin from today until next Sunday, according to Al Hadith. I don't know if you were going to talk about that in Brit, but I just read that.
No, it's okay. I mean, yeah, I was just about to read that. I'm mad at you, John. A couple of people are mentioning silver. What's silver doing?
Yeah, memory's bouncing back is part of the story. Silver is up to 55. It's back green on the day. Gold is moving in a similar fashion.
Okay.
All right, guys. 5 minutes before we have the 5 minutes before we have the Michigan consumer sentiment data. I mean, MU, Taiwan Semiconductors had insane earnings. Kospi in Asia over leverage, conflict, Burry. Yeah, it's a mix of a bunch of different stuff. I agree, though, that part of the start was Meta talking about selling excess AI capacity and getting into cloud freaked people out. Just the word selling excess AI capacity, this was like, what, last week? I know I was in Michigan when this happened.
Yeah.
Because I remember covering it in Michigan. But yeah, just them saying selling excess AI capacity is bad, you know, and that's what freaked markets out. And that's kind of what started some of the overvaluation fears.
Okay, that makes sense.
I believe it's the 9 EMA that I have the white line. I believe it's the 9. I'm not 100% sure, though. I'll have to look.
But you believe it's what?
I believe it's the 9 EMA.
What? Honestly, I don't know much of a difference between a lot of these indicators. So
it's
like
the days.
Like the... Okay.
So like I use the 200. It's 200-day moving average. The 9 is a 9-day moving average, so it's a much shorter term. It tracks much closer to the actual movement of the stock because it's a much shorter time frame.
That makes sense.
I believe it's the 9 though.
Yeah, I mean, I knew like the moving average part. I just didn't know what the number indicated. So thank you.
Yeah, all good. All right, guys, look, we got 4 minutes left. 4 minutes before Michigan consumer sentiment data. If you're talking about this blue line, this is the previous closing price. It's the red to green level. So you can see gold is technically green because it's above this level here. So that's the previous closing price. But yeah, look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ's still bouncing back. We'll see what this data shows. Remember, like Michigan data shows consumer sentiment, consumer expectations. All right, but it's not just that. It's consumer sentiment, consumer expectations, consumer conditions, and it is inflation expectations. So 1 and 5 year inflation expectations. Last time, 1 year showed up at 4.6%. 5 year today expected at 3.3%. So we'll see what happens there. But those are really the things that could move markets. You know, like those are the things that could move things. And so we'll see what happens. But that data drops in about 3 minutes now.
Oh, that's what you say.
Yeah, I mean, it could drop in 4 minutes. Who knows? Look at the NASDAQ, though. NASDAQ looked really red. It's still down on the day, but it looked really red. It is now filling the entire gap. V-shaped recovery back up to the upside here. So we'll see if we hold now.
Hey, do us a favor. If you guys, have fun in the stream and appreciate what we do, hit the like button for us, and join the Discord. Come hang out.
Yeah. I don't think I put it in sub-only mode yet. Oh, actually, I did. Weird. I don't remember doing it. I feel like it auto does it sometimes. No gigantic timer that everybody ignores today. Not today. University of Michigan consumer sentiment is not big enough for it, to be honest. Like, it's not big enough for that. You know, we get CPI or PPI, dude. I don't think everybody ignores the CPI or PPI timer. Okay, I would say the timer's the top 3 greatest timer ever of all time if you look at CPI and PPI data. But University of Michigan, it doesn't deserve it. We have 2 minutes left. Hey, what's up, BT? Yeah, it's not just Michigan data. It's done by the University of Michigan. You know.
Hi, John. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too, Bulldog. Even though I'm not John.
Yeah, happy Friday. I'm excited. It's Friday too. Is today Friday? It is Friday. Okay, good. Again, yeah, this is just data compiled by the University of Michigan. Just to put this into perspective, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes of only green candles in the NASDAQ here. 10 minutes of only green candles.
Man.
We've rebounded from the scary open to green. We're still red in a lot of stuff, but MU is almost green on the day, to be honest. So MU is getting back up there. So is SanDisk. SpaceX is pretty freaking red still. That's all right.
I say it does what it's told. Britt, what does what it's told?
You do, Britt.
Yeah.
Now go bring me some caviar right now. I need high quality caviar right now, Britt.
Well, the way he referred to me as it, I thought it was like a Silence of the Lambs thing, you know, like it puts the lotion on its skin.
Yeah, it might be, dude. It might be. Yeah, look, we got 1 minute left, guys. Let's see what happens. We got 1 minute left. 1 minute. Bullish or bearish on this report, guys? I don't know. We've had like 10 minutes of green leading into this report. But I don't trust.
I only hit the like if the creator smokes cigs. Oh, come on, man.
That's me, dude. I'm giving them up. Never again. You know, never again.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you, John.
No, you're good. Are y'all bull or bear on the Michigan data? Let me know. Are you guys bull or bearish?
Oh, hitting the like button. Okay, yeah.
20 seconds.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Preston.
Neutral. Yeah. Bull, bear, love it. All right, dude, here we go. We got 10 seconds here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I don't even know why I'm doing a countdown. It's Michigan data. 3,
2, 1.
2, 1. You know, here's the data release. All right, guys. So we actually came in stronger than expected everywhere. We came in lower than expected 1 year and as expected 5-year inflation expectations. Consumer sentiment showed up at 54.4, stronger than expected. Current conditions showed up at 54 versus 51 expected, stronger than expected. Or current conditions showed up at 54.9 versus 48.7 expected. Basically, everything showed up stronger than expected here. Current conditions 54.9 versus 48 expected. Consumer sentiment 54.4 versus 51 expected. Consumer expectations 54 versus 51 expected. Stronger than expected everywhere. And lower or as expected inflation expectations 1 and 5 year here. I'm surprised we're not actually reacting better to this. But I think with this data here, it is for July. Understand? So this is July data. And the NASDAQ is actually reacting well to this. Look at the push up here. So we had better than expected consumer sentiment, current conditions, consumer expectations, and inflation expectations in general here. So this might save the market today, even though it's not usually very influential. But, yeah.
It was a singularly, I mean, not a huge candle, but a decent sized candle right at that data drop.
Right, and it was led into by what was already pretty green market here. We had like 10 minutes of green candles. So,
a good steady climb.
Yeah, and MU, guys, is testing the red to green level. So MU might go green on the day. It's back up to 850s right now. 850s for MU. Maybe I'll buy the dip. I don't know. It need to be a pretty big pullback here at like 690s, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But it was definitely better data than expected everywhere, I would say. Better than expected. All right, so let's see if we hold it. We're at 730s. Buy the dip or sell the rip, guys. What do you guys think? Can you say overbought? Yeah, I mean, short term maybe, but we were already down a pretty big. You could already argue we were oversold heading into today anyway, in terms of memory. Here's the point of control, though. It's at 750s. I don't know if I like it. I need a pretty big dip down to like 680s, 660s. So, and I might not get it because we just ripped up to 760s, so that's all right. We've been pretty green on the day though today. Look, here's a MU. MU just went green on the day. Look at this V-shaped recovery for MU. Hey, thank you, Zeke, my guy. Thank you for buying the memberships, dude. Everybody's going to be a member by the time Zeke's done. Shout out to Zeke, man. Appreciate the love, brother.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, just thank you. You know, you've been very consistent with those memberships. Good dude.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're running pretty good accuracy today. If I look at my stats today in the funded account I traded here, we're running like 76.5% accuracy. I gotta include the half too. It's like age, you know.
Yeah.
You know. It's like height. It's like height. I'm 5'9.5", guys. All right. Like, you know.
Yeah, the age thing though, like the three, you know, whatever in 3/4 or whatever and a half, like that matters when you're young and when you're old, because time is equally important.
That's right. That's right. 860s here, guys. 860s. For MU, it's doing good. Where's the NASDAQ? MU is pumping back up. It's technically green on the day. Look at it. Would you look at it? 770s now on the NASDAQ. I need a dip here. I'm not buying this. It's too strong. It's up too much short term. Michigan data was good, but all right. So Fed's Hammock, who's usually a hawkish guy, he's hawkish. He said, "Quote: For the first time in my tenure, I'm hearing from businesses who say they think we need to take action to curb inflation, and from consumers who can't make ends meet about a growing sense of despair." End quote. We did have Michigan consumer sentiment data come out better than expected, 54.4 versus expected 51s. Here's that data right here. We'll put it up on screen, I guess. Still kind of waiting for a dip here, though. We'll see if we get it, but here's the data right here. There's a dip. I don't know if I like the dip enough.
U.S. stocks remain stable following the University of Michigan's initial consumer sentiment report.
Yeah. All right, so we're at 720s. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do here, to be honest. I'm up a lot. Sandus actually just pulled all the way back and went red on the day, and so did MU. So I almost want to short this, but really oil's still ripping up here too. I'm going to short this right here, guys.
All right, then.
It's a risky trade for sure, but I'm already really green on the day, so it'll be okay either way. But
you heard me?
Yeah, it's all good. We'll see what this trade does, and then if I'll probably just shut it down early, I think.
Well, I'll just be back in just a second.
Okay. I don't like this. It's taking too long. I'm gonna take half off here and just risk management this. If we pull back down, we're right around the point of control. It's probably a bad move to take any trades here. Yeah, I'm just going to cut it right there and get out. Very small. We're still very green on the day, though. We're up like hundreds, so that's nice.
All right, I'm back. I know y'all were having withdrawals while I was gone, so,
yeah,
you know.
Here's NVIDIA right now. So NVIDIA is running up, too. NVIDIA's back up to 203s. It's partly what's driving some of this move here. But yeah, I'm probably going to cut out of here, guys. Listen, if you want to help support the channel, again, Apex right now has that big sale. You all right, Britt?
My back just seized up.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
No, it's cool.
You feel better, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I just tweaked it.
All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, look at NVIDIA up to 204s right now, guys. 204s for NVIDIA. But yeah, Apex has this big sale going on right now where you can get a 50K intraday, no activation fee, for like $50 right now. And so no activation fee. It's like $50 an account, pretty cheap accounts. And if you want more than that, you can get a 5-pack bundle on Apex right now for $17 each at $85. You can get the 50K one, I think a 5-pack bundle with activation fee for like $95. You want to check it out? Great way to help support the channel here. I'll put the link up. Again, I'm going to go ahead and cut out of here probably a little bit early. We've made our money on the day. I don't want to lose too much. Here's the link if you want to check that out here.
Yeah. We appreciate all the support and all the love, guys. You know, there's some great deals. You should take advantage of them. Like the video before you leave. Join the Discord. Come hang out with us.
Yeah, Britt's gonna go get a backiotomy.
Yeah.
Here's
actually what Britt's gonna do. Go ahead.
I'm shorted the Nasdaq right here, by the way.
Okay. What Britt's actually gonna do is, when he gets off of here, is go make a big pot of Zuppa Toscana, and that so everybody can be jealous.
I like Olive Garden. I like Zuppa Toscana.
So good.
Mail it to me, Britt. You know, mail it to me.
I'll just freeze some and bring it to you next time I come out there.
All right, that sounds good. All right, guys. Hey, love to everybody here. Y'all be safe. I'll see how this trade goes. I'm gonna get out break even on the rest, and I'm gonna cut it. Y'all have a great day. Be safe.
Everybody
have a safe and happy
have a wonderful
weekend.
Day. Make money, have fun, and yeah, have a great weekend.
Yeah, have a safe and happy weekend, guys. Love to everybody here. Y'all be good. Be careful. Markets are a little whippy today. And yeah, have a great day, guys. We'll see you guys later.
Later, everybody. Thanks for watching.